Oh. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday night mayhem to you. It is the end of San Diego Comic-Con week, so there's a bunch of news, and I was getting together some last-minute things to talk about, so forgive us for being 3 minutes late. But here we are. Mr. John Ward, before I so rudely interrupted you with an intro video right there, we were talking about our beverages of choice this evening. I have my Diet Coke here. I also have half a bottle of water as a backup, and the Red Bull sugar-free here is what I've got. What are you sipping on this evening, sir?
Water.
Oh, no kafifi or no alcohol, huh?
I did not make up any kafifi, and I can go grab a Coors because
Fuck you.
A box left of it, and it's just going to go bad. So maybe I will get up and go grab one while you do your thing.
While I fix the thing that I forgot to put up back there. Fuck you, John Ward. Don't go get beer. I kid. If you want to go get a beer, go get a beer. And be a bastard. I don't have beer.
I got to get rid of it somehow, right? I don't know.
It'll sit there until I'm back in town next time. Admit it. You know. Well, otherwise, how are you doing? How was your weekend?
So far so good. Natasha, my kitty cat, has become an office cat. So whenever I'm in the office, she is here. Boris does not care. So we are sharing the office right now. So and she is rubbing it up against my legs. So she is my office cat.
Very nice. It's always nice to have a little companionship. With that being said, let's get to it. I was hoping I could do that in 9 seconds. I didn't do it. I fumbled over there. I was like, oh, I was too frantic. I fumbled.
Trying to get that done before you talk, have you seen the trailer? This is news for Matchbox, the movie.
For Matchbox, the movie?
Oh, you do have it. I saw the trailer.
Uh-oh, did John
freeze? I saw the trailer for this today, and I went, oh my God, who would? No, I'm fine.
Okay. You froze. At least you froze for me for a second. It could have been just a glitch or whatever, hopefully. But yes, I unfortunately saw that.
So I'm glad. Okay, so you talk about it. I'm surprised that anybody knows about this thing. So
out of everything we could lead with, we're leading with the Matchbox movie coming out on Apple TV on October 9th, starring John Cena and Jessica Biel and many others. But it looks so dumb. And if you're going to do a Matchbox movie or a Hot Wheels movie, I mean, out of the little cars, what would be your choice? Matchbox was always to me like GoBots to Transformers, where the GoBots were the knockoff. Matchbox were never as good of quality. They felt cheaper. The wheels bent and stuff. So I was more of a Hot Wheels kind of guy myself. Did you have a preference? Did you ever play with cars when you were a kid?
Yeah, I would say Hot Wheels. Yeah. But then they said because they were all metal. Everything was metal when I was a kid, and now it's all plastic.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I think Hot Wheels can still, I don't know. It's been a long time. But anyways, yeah, Matchbox the movie. Neither one of us think it's going to be very, very good. But the news of the day, yes, it is Spider-Man week. As our thumbnail says, please don't suck. We want this movie to be good. John and I both have our tickets in hand. The movie is going to be 2 hours, 25 minutes. They did release a clip at San Diego Comic-Con when Bernthal came out and started saying, "Hey, Feige, hey, Feige." It was kind of funny the way he was just calling him Feige. Hey, Feige. But I don't know who all else went to those panels. But at that particular panel, it was Feige and it was Bernthal. I didn't see anybody else from Spider-Man there. I know they had a big panel for the Avengers, Doomsday, but that's another conversation. Right now, this week, Spider-Man is coming out, and they showed a clip there, which I could not find, but I wouldn't show you anyways for copyright issues. But supposedly the clip they showed at Comic-Con was Spider-Man and the Punisher, and Punisher was like fighting the Hulk, and like he was shooting him a lot, and then Spider-Man shot a web on the Hulk or something, and then him and Punisher were talking, and Spider-Man's like, "You're gonna fight the Hulk," and Punisher's like, "Apparently." That's the big clip. That's what's out there. Who knows what's going on with that, where it is in the movie at all. But that was the news that came out. I was on the fence about this because of there's a lot of stupid people in Hollywood, and I wish people like Anne Hathaway would shut her fucking face. Just go be pretty and, you know, pull your boobs out from time to time and have your big eyeballs, and people will love you. When you open your mouth and start talking about how the world doesn't revolve around white people, go fuck your mother. I don't care. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Who's to say? I don't fucking want to hear it from a Hollywood bimbo. That's my problem. Well, Mark Ruffalo loves to run his mouth too. And the fact that he is the Hulk and we have to deal with him, and we need a better name for Mammogram Donnie here, the Mammogram Don, whatever the fuck this guy's name is, that's going to apparently be in here too. So I wasn't going to go see it, but when I saw the clip of Bernthal popping out talking about it, I was like, I need more Punisher in my life. So I went and I bought myself a ticket for 3 p.m. on Thursday. What time are you going to be seeing it, John?
Noon on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, there was a 1 o'clock showing. I think there might have even been a noon showing on Thursday. Sorry about the dogs. My wife and daughter just got home, and so the dogs are excited. They will shut up in a moment. But I have things going on early.
You just froze. You froze on me, just to let you know. You froze. You froze on me. I just want to give you a heads up. You guys, if you're watching, let me know if we're freezing at all, please. But okay, I didn't see it at all. But anyways, I'm gonna go at 3. You're gonna go at noon. So you got to promise me no. Well, if it starts at noon for you, your showtime is at noon. It's really not going to start till 12:30. Yeah, so the film's 2.5 hours.
I will already be in the theater by the time you get out of it. So
we should both look up if there are credits, scenes and credits.
I always do that usually in the as I'm sitting there in the theater. I will always Google before I get up, or I just sit there until the credits are over.
Well, with Spider-Man, those credits are going to be like 15 minutes long, so it's got to list.
I still sit there,
while making this movie. So
yeah, no, the Marvel credits are always ridiculous.
I want to know. I should look up, because credits used to be like 10 seconds. And then somebody came up with the brilliant idea. Let's include everybody, including the janitor, that worked on this film. And we'll say the movie is 2.5 hours or 90 minutes when it's really like an hour and 5, and because the credits alone are like 20 minutes. So
it could be like that idiot Ferguson who runs a 67-minute movie and then like 17 minutes of credits for 4 people.
Yeah. Because they move
so you just make the names go by really slowly. Yeah. But according to Google right now, Spider-Man Brand New Day will reportedly feature one post-credit scene, but who knows until it's actually out. Marvel nowadays likes to go mid and post sometimes. So
I would imagine that it or they would be for Doomsday. So leave it,
Yeah, it would make sense that that's the next big one coming up, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Anybody else going to see it? Let us know. And again, as always, we'll say hello to you all in just a few moments, but we'll just get through some of the newsworthy things here. Ice Cream Man comes out the following week. So this week Spider-Man, next week Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man, a bit more in the ballpark of movies John and I like to see, at 1 hour and 26 minutes long.
Oh, that's much.
Directed by Eli Roth, and apparently also starring Eli Roth. At some form or another, he will be acting in it as well as directing it. So kind of looking forward to that. And then the following week, the end of Oak Street with, as previously mentioned, Anne Hathaway in her big mouth. Ewan McGregor, who I just watched a movie with, Night Watch, a very young Ewan McGregor. That's PG-13, 1 hour and 40 minutes on that. It kind of looks like a Doomsday thing with dinosaurs running around. If you haven't seen the trailer, have you seen the trailer for this, John?
Yeah,
I'm sure you have, right? Yeah, it looks interesting.
It's from the was it the director of Weapons?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so I am looking forward to it. These days, unfortunately, we just got to go see movies with people who just, flop their lips around, because even Ewan McGregor, when he was doing Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's like, if you don't like a particular character in this, you're a misogynist, you're a racist, and all of this, as he's sitting in his car calling people horrible because they don't like a character in a film, in a TV show. You're no Star Wars fan, and it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
We're 12 minutes in. I can now say that. So.
Oh yeah. No. I said a lot worse at about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So. And then the week after that, Insidious Out of the Further, which will be 1 hour and 46 minutes. Oh, that's
why does that say Odyssey? Oh my God! Don't tell me that's coming back.
Where does
it still hasn't hit 1 billion? It still has not hit 1 billion. Liberals, you could suck it.
Oh, there's Insidious.
It has not made 1 billion. And now with Spider-Man coming out, it probably never will. Thank God.
So we will get to that in just a moment. But Insidious Out of the Further, PG-13 rating, which I'm a little I was all flustered trying to
out of the Fuhrer.
Back to this.
Out
of the Fuhrer. Coming out on the 21st of August, 1 hour and 46 minutes. Okay. Unfortunately has a PG-13 rating. I'm not excited about that. But according to IMDb, Lynn Shay is back in some form or another. So that's a good thing, right? Because she is that franchise. So. And then, yes, I did want to mention the Odyssey, which is still sitting on the... let me see if my friend is here. The tomato folks believe that it's still a 94, and the popcorn score is a 97. So everybody that's seeing it is pretty much loving it.
But there are reports out there that have shown, evidence. They've shown evidence that Rotten Tomatoes has purposely inflated the numbers.
We all believe Rotten Tomatoes cheats, and we just take it with a grain of salt. It's interesting to hear the scores and debate whether we believe them or not, but it very well could be inflated. But the people that I've talked to that have seen it, I have not heard anybody really bitch about it. So I don't care to see it at all. I don't think I ever will, but it's just because it's not my genre.
I'll see it once it comes to streaming, and I'll let you know. I mean, everybody's saying, Black Helen of Troy, Elliot Ellen Page is they're only in the movie for like 5 minutes. It's not a big deal. Nobody's really talking about John Leguizamo and the miscasting and all the errors in it. So I guess,
Yeah.
so
Well,
it's, who knows?
It is already the 7th highest grossing film of the year at $639 million.
7th? Have other movies made money?
Toy Story 5, Super
Okay.
Mario, Michael, Devil Wears Prada, Project Hail Mary, Pegasus 3, Odyssey, Obsession, Minions. So
Pegasus
yeah,
3?
Pegasus 3, whatever the fuck that is. I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
But it's made $656 million worldwide.
Okay. All right.
It must be a foreign film because it's only made 1 million in the United States and it's made 655 million internationally.
Okay.
So it must be maybe it's like a Indian film or something, or Indonesian or something. But anyways, yeah, number 7 on the list is the Odyssey with $639 million. And but it's only been 10 days, right, that it's been out. So it's going to get to $1 billion. I don't doubt that it's going to get there. But I think their catch was they had to get to 600 million to break even. So they're kind of breathing a big sigh of relief, I think, because they've already broken even. But
you know what's funny about this? So everybody complained that the source material that Christopher Nolan took from this was written by a woman, a feminist, a huge feminist, and that she took the original story, translated it, and basically kind of turned it upside down. And that's made it woke. And that's what Nolan went off of, among a few other things. But now that author who did the translation is criticizing Christopher Nolan for going, that's not my book. What do you mean? I meant this with the soldiers. You're saying this with the soldiers, but yet you're citing me. And now she's out there talking, like she's like, no, I don't like what Christopher Nolan did.
Interesting. I thought the Odyssey was written like 3,000 or 4,000 years ago. So I don't know that.
No, it was 3,000 years ago, but it's been translated by many people. But it has I forget the author's name, the translator, but there is one version of it that basically that's like the high schools read and everybody read and that's done by a guy. This woman only 5 years ago, something like that, 6 years ago, maybe, she did her own translation and basically made it where in the book or the original story, a witch turns the men into pigs. In her version, the witch turns the men into pigs because men are pigs.
Okay.
So there is definitely that feminist slant to it, but it's funny when the feminist is bashing, I guess, the male feminist. Yeah.
I had not heard any of that. It's all foreign to me, but
it's all Greek to you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, and it's stuff that it won't ever impact my life because I'm never going to watch it. This is, man, kind of disappointing in many ways. Motor City. I saw the trailer for it and I was like, oh, this looks good. The guy who plays Reacher, Alan Ritchson, going around being a badass. Okay, I'll take more of that. Like, this is almost like him being the Punisher kind of deal. It's a revenge kind of movie. It's very violent, but it's a fucking silent film. There's 3 words spoken in the first 98% of the movie, and it's "I love you." If you want to watch it, you can see who says that. Otherwise, the last 90 seconds of the movie, you get a few words spoken. It's a silent film. Now, the music they play is great. It's like this 70s, 80s soundtrack. And if you just want to go in there and sit in a cool theater, smell popcorn, and listen to 70s, 80s classic rock, go for it. But this movie has only made $1.6 million. It didn't even crack. And you have a guy like a star, the level of Alan Ritchson. and it hasn't even cracked the top 200 movies of the year. So very sad, very disappointing. I did go and I sat through it, and it's got a $30 million budget. It's made less than 2 on a $30 million budget. So you want to talk about bombs. There were parts of it that were okay being a silent film, but then there were parts where there's people sitting across from each other and they kind of have to like point at gesture at things. And it's like, dude, just let them say a fucking word or two. Like, this is awkward and cringy. So I unfortunately don't recommend it. It's got a 64 tomato meter, 68 popcorn meter. So it's not doing very well. It's not terrible. It's very violent, but there's no words, which is very cringy. So I would recommend a pass on it. And I believe John has not seen that yet. Have you?
No, and to be honest, I have no desire to. The actor, Reacher, of course, season 4 trailer is out there, but he went off the deep end. He went on some freaking meltdown rant because he's a Biden supporter about the Epstein files, and this is about a good 5-minute rant on a recent TV show that he was on only a few days ago. I mean, he went like ballistic. And so it's like, oh, okay, now I have no desire in watching Reacher or this movie. So,
maybe that had something to do with it only making $1.6 million. That's a shame. I had not heard that or seen that. I try to avoid.
You do. I unfortunately see it all.
Yeah. Well, because you sit there and watch the YouTube videos all day long. So yeah, no,
when I see a video that's titled something like "Reacher star has meltdown on live television,"
last thing I want to do is watch that.
I'm going to go click on it to see what this meltdown, because I didn't know that he was on the left. I thought, oh well, what is this meltdown? I thought he was on the right with the type of movies that he makes and TV show, and nope.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. I will still watch Reacher because I love the show Reacher and I love the character. But I haven't seen his rant. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion until it pisses you off, and then fuck them, right?
Yep. Always remember, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, except I'm the one who's right.
Yeah. Evil Dead Burn has made $63 million, still not doing great with the scores, 72 and 75 on the popcorn meter. But 63 million is pretty good. I think they said it was a $20 million budget. So they've got to be happy. And I just figure, these keep staying in the news, so I keep wanting to talk about them. Obsession, now at $458 million, still 94 on the scores. But Obsession, the sequel, is now apparently in the works. And I think it's still like very, very, very early on. I don't think it's even written yet, but it's in the works. And Curry Barker is talking about it still having the sequel having another wish made. So I kind of like that. But and he said it will be in that same universe. So exciting stuff there. And then Backrooms still not doing so well with scores, the same basic scores as last week. You get to a certain point, those scores aren't going to change anymore. But it's up to 389 million, and Backrooms 2 is also in the works. So exciting stuff there. I wonder, so like with Obsession, you could just take a whole different group of people that go into maybe that same store and buy one of those Make-A-Wish things, and their shit starts happening to them. What do you do with Backrooms? Because Backrooms should be in that place, right? Maybe there's another way into that backroom abyss or whatever. Well, what do you think? Where do you think they're going to go with Backroom sequel, John?
I'm hoping that we get to see more like the ending of the film, which is in the shorts that are on YouTube, is that you see the people who work there, you see what they do, you see what the Backrooms was originally created for. They've done this now with a couple films like Cube, She had its regular movie, then it had its sequel, and then it did a prequel of how Q was created, why it was created. So I'm hoping it goes in that direction, because I don't want to see just a repeat. I want them to do something different.
Sure. Yeah, no, exactly. So, and also I should have mentioned, with Obsession, it is now the highest grossing non-franchised film of this millennium. So of the past 26 years, films that are not part, like, or maybe it's horror film, but films that are not part of a franchise, it has made more than any other, because obviously, like, Michael's not part of a franchise and it's made over $1 billion. So it must be horror movie that's not part of a franchise. It's the highest growing in at least the last 26 years. So our highest grossing. So
the studios don't get it. They were saying a few years ago, Godzilla -1 was the lowest budget and the highest grossing movie of that year. And people are like, well, what are you talking about? No, it's not. Other movies made this. No, it's because you're looking at the budget to what it made in the theater. So if their movie, which I think they said was only like 15 million, makes, like 60 million, it's a hit.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you have a Disney movie that made $1 million, that made $1 billion, if its budget has to have them make 2 billion. So it doesn't. So that's why Obsession is so successful, is because they made it with pennies. Yeah. And they're, so when you look at what it's made, it may not look a lot like it's like other Hollywood movies, but it has. It's all budget to, what it made.
Yeah. No, exactly. Couple more little newsworthy notes, and then we will say hello to all of you. I see you all out there, and forgive us. There's just a lot of news to cover this week. There's just a lot going on. So let us get to it, and then we'll open it up and talk about bunches and bunches of stuff. Carrie, the Mike Flanagan mini, I guess, show, just TV, I guess we call it a show. The teaser is out. Have you seen the teaser for it, John?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought the teaser was pretty much on par with the original film. This is what I wonder. How are you going to take Carrie and turn it into 8 episodes or whatever?
Because the TV movie that was 20 years ago or whatever it was a pilot for a TV show. So they've already been trying.
Was that?
It was just a pilot. It was like a in a 3-hour time slot because it was on television and with all the commercials. But that was supposed to be where the girl who saves her and Carrie leave and go to another state, and they give her a different name. And that was the idea, and that she's now. I don't know what they were going to do with it. I did watch the trailer for this. Can we please stop doing Carrie? Can we please? It's never been as good as De Palma. Nobody's done it.
Oh yeah, it's not going to. Yeah.
And Carrie is fat. She is short. She has shitty hair. She is filled with oil. Like she has pimples everywhere. She is disgusting. She's a combination of 2 girls that Stephen King went to high school with. Can't we just get an ugly girl to play her? Why do we always have to have good-looking girls where these chicks who are torturing her would probably be friends with her because she's good-looking? And of course, if you realize, oh shit, this chick can move a chair, we need to get her on our side. Like, none of this makes sense to me, that they just can't do it right. And Sissy Spacek, I don't think is ugly. But she's the closest to the book. And I know you're not a book guy, but still, Carrie is too good looking for people to torture her. She's too, look at her. She looks Gen Z. She's too thin. She just looks like a person.
This is my question. And this is what I'm wondering. what point or at what age do we pick up in this show? Because she does not look like a high school senior or even a junior. She looks like an 8th grader or a 9th grader.
Well, maybe
so
that's
I'm wondering, is the show earlier on? Because I didn't look at her. I didn't look at her and go, oh, she's ugly or not. I went and looked at her and said, she's a little kid. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, she's very young. They do show the tampon scene, which will never be as good as De Palma's. They show the high school burning down. Also, none of these have done the ending of the book. And the ending of the book is like Jaws, like the ending of Jaws. And Jaws, the shark just dies. Yeah. It's racing towards Brody. And Quint is hanging off of it like Moby Dick. And all of a sudden, it just stops and just dies. And he looks in the water and he just sees, because it died of exhaustion. And that's in the book. That's what happens to Carrie, is she blows up the entire town. She's walking in a field and just dies.
So let's take a step back from this and ask the question. The people that are going to be watching this, what percentage of them do you think will even know that this was ever a book or even ever had a movie?
Every Stephen King fan.
Okay, which is probably going to be 20% of the viewers. This audience is going to be, this is going to be made for younger kids or, targeted at a younger crowd. I don't think many of them are the vast majority of viewers are going to care about the book or even know that there was a book.
But so let's just say that Carrie should still be ugly. Look at Mean Girls. Lindsay Lohan was hot. That was at her peak.
I've never seen Mean Girls. That's something I would never ever watch.
It's very funny. It's very funny. But
you have to take your word.
The Mean Girls bring her in because she's hot. It's that simple. It's just like new hot girl in school. We're the Mean Girls. They did the same thing in Clueless. Oh, look, here's this girl who's really cute. Let's make her a project and we'll make her even hotter. Yeah. You do, unless you're completely threatened. Why would you not bring in a girl who looks like this to be in your group?
Because
especially one
also
who can move things.
I think the catch is with Carrie, she doesn't have to be ugly because the school knows, everybody at school knows that she's a weirdo, that the weird things have happened around her. She's got a weird mom. They know the backstory with her being this weird person. And I think that's enough.
They don't
they learn this at some point? And then maybe I need to rewatch Carrie.
Yeah, not really. They don't know it really. I mean, they know that Carrie's mom is a crazy religious person, but
that's enough. But that's enough for little kids to pick on each other.
But Carrie doesn't really develop her skills until it's when she gets her period is when she gets her skills. And that's why she's freaking out in the bathroom, because she's starting late and she thinks she's dying and the girls are making fun of her. Yeah. So I just think that we're now beyond the book. Nothing is ever going to be the book. I've come to that conclusion. Yeah. Just like no comic book is going to be the movie.
So will you watch it?
It's Mike Flanagan. I'm still annoyed that he was part of Shelby Oaks, which I'm glad failed. And we'll see what happens.
So the question, so we have to we're already 34 minutes in. I haven't said hello to everybody. I'm trying to move on, but will you watch this? Or are you still on the fence? Okay.
No,
I thought the trailer looked great. I am very excited for it. It looks like Mike Flanagan. It's not super bright, flashy colors or anything. It's kind of a dark, grim kind of color palette for it. I thought it was shot. What I seen in the trailer was shot beautifully, and I am very much looking forward to it. I do have about 10 other news articles, but before those, let us say hello to everybody. Fluffy says, please do suck. He's joking
Spider-Man.
About our Spider-Man. Yes. Gail, how you doing? Rewatch Howling and Howling 2 yesterday. Gail, we're going to be talking about those. I did the same thing. I watched them both yesterday. Since you sent them to me, sent two to me. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Jeff Keaton, what's up? Magnetic Cone. TV series is The Terror, Devil in Silver. I gave it 4 stars. I'm not understanding what you mean with that, but you watched a TV series called The Terror. Is that what you're saying there, Magnetic?
Yeah,
sorry. What up, OGP John? How you doing? What's up, Wicked Network? What's up, Elika? Love John's cats. Well, there you go. Metal Greg, what's cracking? Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah, like Cinestalker did over there at Comic-Con with the Randy Macho Man cosplayer. The new Carrie series on Prime has caught my eye. Mine as well, Jeff. Mine as well. And Magnetic Cone is interested in Carrie. Rest in peace, Chuck Russell, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, The Blob, and many more. Let me just pull him up right now. I was going to mention him. He's actually like 2 more down the list on the news that we were going to get to, but let's just mention him now. He had just signed on to be at Creep I.E Con in February. Had just signed. They had just posted that he was going to join, and then he passed away like less than a week later. So devastating news. I don't know how old he was, but I think he was only like in his 60s or something, not too awful old.
Yeah.
But so very sad. Favorite movies or any comments, John, on Chuck Russell?
I met him once, very long time ago. I went to a screening of Dreamscape, and that's how he got the job for Nightmare 3. Very nice guy. I talked to him, at the time. I mean, none of us knew who Chuck Russell was. He was just the director of the movie, but very nice guy. And it's unfortunate. And he's made some awesome films. So if we're talking favorite film, I'd probably say The Blob.
Yeah, The Blob's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And not being a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan, I know a lot of people love it. But honestly, just to be completely honest, because that's what we are here. We're blunt and we're honest. I didn't know who he was until like 3 days ago when he passed away. But anybody who passes away that young, and any icons, which he was a film icon, whether you knew his name or not.
Yeah.
So yes, rest in peace to Chuck Russell. Jeff watched a decent flick on Shudder called Road Games with Barbara Crampton. Haven't heard of
Games.
Yeah, Road Games. Good call,
Road
John. Rogaine. I did. What did I start watching on? People had been mentioning the John Lithgow movie, The Rule of Jenny Penn, I think it's called. And have you ever seen that yet, John?
No, first time I heard about it was from you.
Okay, so viewers have been mentioning it for a while. I turned it off after like 40 minutes because it wasn't like a horror movie to me. It's John Lithgow plays a crazy guy who walks around with a puppet on his hand like Mr. Hat. And except he doesn't go, hello, say hello to Mr. Hat. He beats people with this puppet, and he goes into their rooms. It's a senior citizen facility, and he's a bully is what he is. He goes and he bullies other people. Maybe it gets worse, but 40 minutes in, he was just a bully, and I was over it, so I turned it off. I love Lithgow. Oh, and the other the main actor in it is Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean, who's a great actor. I forget his real name right now. But great cast.
Jeffrey Rush.
I think you're right. Yes, Jeffrey Rush. Yes. Yes. And he's great in it. But just wasn't doing anything for me. I got bored. But anyways, because of Jeff's comment, I did notice that it said Shudder at the beginning of that. So another Shudder film. So Wicked Network says, Hilaire picked up Russell Reserve 10 years age, same master distiller for Wild Turkey. Oh, like Gail's talking about some booze that he got. Very nice. John's still hoarding up on all kinds of liquor at his place, not just beer, but he's got lots of liquor.
Yeah. I'm not a drinker.
Yeah. Shame on you. Shame on you, John Ward.
I'd rather have a Diet Pepsi. What can I say?
Ew, brother.
Ew.
You know what? We haven't broke him out in a while.
Ew.
And guys like that, they're not getting very well received lately. So, so let's give him some due here. Hard pass on Spidey. Yeah, I know, man. I don't really give two shits about comic book movies, but I do love me some Punisher, so that's why I'm there. Used to say watching movie until the gaffer showed up, then would leave. Yeah. So theaters nowadays, because they're trying to get their bang for the buck, I get it. Before the credits are over, a lot of times the cleaning crew will be standing in the theater, or they'll already be sweeping. So that drives me nuts. If I'm sitting there watching, don't come fucking walking around, even if you know there's no post-credit scene, because what if I want to pay my respects to, as John said, the guy who took out the trash at the film developing company, for the second team unit in Australia for that, one special effect that was, it's ridiculous, but let us watch them. We paid for it. Thank you, Gail. Everyone, if you would please hit the thumbs up button. Rest in peace, Jordan Davey. Don't know Jordan Davey. I don't know who that is, Brian. Sam Neill. Yes, we mentioned Sam last week. Hal Williams. There's a lot of people on your list there. Lead singer from I have no idea who 90% of them are, Brian. I apologize. Happy birthday to Susan George, says Jeff. I don't know who Susan George is. Do you, John?
Is that Christopher George's Susan George? That I'm said for somebody like Jeff, that might be Christopher
English
George.
Film actress. She was in Straw Dogs with Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, not Christopher George's wife. Okay, no, I know who she is. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
was sorry. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, she's 76 now.
Yeah.
Ulysses, the movie with Kirk Douglas.
That's he's saying instead of Odyssey.
Yeah. There you go, Gail. Come on, for the love of God, hit the daggone thumbs up.
The God, because it has an uppercase G. So
yes.
The God. Yeah.
Well, if you notice, type in God on Google and see what happens. It uppercases it for you. Because God is apparently a pronoun. Pick up some really nice DVDs at garage sale this weekend. Very cool. Oh, Gail sent me a picture. He got some good stuff. John, we watched Flesh Attack. Loved the blood and guts. Made you want barbecue afterwards. Nice.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, good.
That's funny because here I am sitting here last night watching The Howling and Howling 2, and it got me into the kitchen at 1 a.m. making sloppy joes. So I was like, I need beef. I need some meat in my life. That is funny. How's G fam? But yeah, there you go. Very nice compliment for Flesh Attack. There you go. Christian's in the house. What up, Christian?
Hey, Christian.
Hey, John OGP, have to leave early doctor's appointment. Wish all the legends a good night. Gail, have yourself a good night. Hopefully things go well at your doctor's appointment. Mr. Jami, what's up? Lindsay Lohan was 17 years old in Mean Girls. Wow.
She was still hot. She was really hot. Nobody gave a shit when she posed in Playboy because she had so much plastic surgery done.
Ooh. Mean Girls jokes wouldn't make it in today's woke movies. No, you're right, Wicked Network. Dollar Tree, what's up? How you doing, Dollar Tree? Mario, what's up? John, how was your day? My day was wonderful. Speaking of my day, and I will let John tell you all about his day in just a moment, but my day started off with me trying to do a live stream with Brother Chaos earlier today on his channel. He kept having technical difficulties, so he ended the stream. We started another stream, and that went haywire too, so we're going to reschedule, but I love Brother Chaos. He apparently has been good friends with Master Chaos for 30 years now. And so we're going to do another video. And that is the reason I watched Night Watch. And we'll talk all about that, amongst other things on that. So look out. I'll be posting when that's going to happen on Instagram again. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow John on Instagram. John, per Mario's question, how was your day?
It was fine. I did a couple videos with Jonathan and Paul earlier that will come up in the next couple days, the end of the month hauls. I watched, and we'll talk about this later, I watched the film Mercy. I made thumbnails for stuff on YouTube that I didn't like the thumbnail for, and for some stuff. So yeah.
Very nice. Did you like the thumbnail I made for the video tonight with you being Spidey and me being Punisher and both of us having full heads of hair?
Yeah. I like that. Yeah,
look at that lettuce you're rocking up there, man. It's a nice do.
I know. I wish I had that. Look at that. My hair used to be like that, but
I know.
40 years ago.
Man, I'm telling you that testosterone levels start dropping in your 30s, and that's it. Just forget about it. Pardonnez-moi. A Dollar Tree saw the Odyssey. Good movie, but very overrated. Interesting. There's a snake in Jesse's boot. You gotta be careful there. I don't know if that's a reference to something. Forgive me. BWL Farmer. Is that Bull Farmer? Best wishes to you both this week. Do you feel Shudder is worth the price of entry these days? So Shudder, I think you can subscribe if you have Amazon and you add it on. I think it's like $4 a month, maybe $5. There's a lot of content on there. It is one of the best add-ons to Amazon that I know of. So I do think there is a lot out there to watch. John, have you ever, I know you have Amazon right now, and you're, on the fence of whether keeping it or not, but have you ever had a Shudder subscription?
Just the free trial. That's it. Okay. I've done that. I've noticed that if you do the free trial and then you wait a couple months or a few months, you can get the trial again. So that's what I've been doing on some of these.
Nice. Yeah, good plan there. Do y'all clap at the end of the movie theater? I fucking hate people that clap at the movie theater. Now, if you're at a screening of Top Gun and Tom Cruise is sitting there in the front row, yes, you applaud because he is there to receive it. Well, thank you guys. I would appreciate that. He clapped my
always Tom. Always Tom.
Yes.
Always Tom.
Always Tom. We'll bring these too. But at a movie, when people, and more power to them, but it annoys me. It's like if you're on an airplane and it lands and people clap. The only time you should ever do that is if you feared that you were going to die. Like the turbulence was so insane. Babies were flying off the roof and stuff. So I don't know about any of that applaud. Now, at least pilots are in the front and they would be able to hear if the entire passenger load were clapping.
But do you think that when they hear that, like if the flight is smooth?
No, you know what they're doing?
Clapping. They're
going, "Fuck you," is what they're doing.
We were going to crash, what the hell?
No, exactly. I know. That's exactly what they're doing. They're going, "What the fuck? Fuck off." Sean, happy Sunday to you all. Dollar Tree says, "John, there's a snake in your pants."
Yeah, it's about 10 inches.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
That's not that's not counting the balls.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Will you guys watch the Odyssey? HC says, I have no intention of it.
I will. Yeah.
To be completely honest, I like Lord of the Rings, and I know it's a little different. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I've never seen Game of Thrones. Well, I take that back. I watched about the first 7 minutes of Game of Thrones before I turned it off. I just don't care for fantasy or that type of film. So it's nothing for me in it at all. Now, if it was non-fiction, like The Passion of the Christ, I would, watch that. But stories that are poems that we were subjected to in school many, many years ago, I'm good. I'm good personally. So I don't think I'll ever watch it. There's a lot of movies that I have just kind of been like, and I've never watched. One of them, Gail, sorry if you're catching a replay or not, Gail, The Abyss. I did watch The Abyss. What the fuck happened to James Cameron, man? I think he lost it after like Terminator or something, right?
Dude, that's like after his first film.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean that Piranha 2. No, he want everything. I'm gonna give him credit for the first Avatar because that could have never been done before. The story's been done 1,000 times. This is called Dances with Wolves, but anything past that, which really has just been 2 Avatar movies and documentaries and stuff, and he became woke.
Yeah.
Well,
woke or not, the quality of the movie and yeah, Avatar 2 and 3, I haven't seen. Have you seen either of those?
No, because I heard what he did was he just took the script for Avatar 2 and just remade it into Avatar 3. And somebody on YouTube did a side-by-side comparison of the 2 films. And they're the same movies, except the blue people with guns are by a house. And then in part 3, they're by a boat. But they're doing the same exact thing. So it's like, no, I've seen part 2, but no, I don't.
The trailer for part 2 looked like a cartoon for me. When we saw the original one 74 years ago, it looked great because the special effects at that time looked great. Part 2 looked the same as part 1, which the effects should have been a lot better. The CGI should have been a lot better. And I felt like it still looked like a cartoon. I just did not care. I've no desire to see either of those. And I kid about James Cameron. The Abyss was a fine movie. It was just unbelievably predictable. Every single element of that film, you knew what was going to happen. So I don't know. It didn't impress me. I was falling asleep. I had to take a couple breaks and walk around. 10 soft. There you go. Is it 10 soft, John, or are you 10? And now is it with one of those little things that you could buy that stretches out your manhood to get you to 10, or is it just a flaccid 10, or is it a firm 10, John? Where are we at? House of G Fam wants to know. He put a question mark. I didn't.
Well, that's flaccid. It goes to 13.
Okay.
But it's like John Holmes 13 minus the AIDS.
The bad news for the ladies, though, is that John hates boobs, and so they'll never get to experience it. They'll never get to experience it. Yeah.
Even though Sydney Sweeney's like my second favorite right now.
Yeah. But that 10-inch will never go see Sydney Sweeney because you hate her boobs. Mr. Bones. Odyssey. Yeah, Mr. Bones, have you seen Odyssey yet? Saw the collection second one. I liked it. Oh, nice. Collector, great films. Man, maybe someday that third one gets done. James Cameron directed a Billie Eilish concert film.
Yes.
So oh yeah, that's right.
I'm so with Avatar 2, that Way of the Water, he said that he removed a lot of the guns in the film. So it's like if there was 100% guns, he removed like 40% of the guns from it. And then, of course, remember, he's also the producer and one of the writers of Terminator Dark Fate, which is the wokest of all the Terminator films. They even killed John Connor in the first 3 minutes of the movie. So we got to get the toxic male out of there. And then, of course, bring in the girl boss, who then becomes the new leader. So
I haven't seen it, so I guess I'll pass.
Yeah.
On the thumb, John looks happy to be Spidey.
I love Spidey.
He is very happy to be Spidey.
Yeah.
And I love me some Punisher, even though when I made that thumbnail, I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time trying to get some of these images right. I wonder if I can share this. Let's see. Share a window. So, and where'd it go? There we go. So there was John, a different one trying to be Spidey.
Look at
and
me.
these are AIs. And so there was like a Punisher. And and when that one didn't work so well, I did not look very happy. I looked like I had not had my morning coffee yet right there.
So what do you say? How do you do this? You put the picture in, and then what? You just have a picture of yourself?
Yeah, well, I have software that swaps out the faces and stuff.
But how do you tell it to give you like an angry face, or do you make that angry face and then put it into it?
Well, so you and I have taken a lot of pictures that I have to choose from. So I don't want a happy Spidey face. I don't want to be smiling on the Punisher. So yeah, I kind of wanted one of my grumpier faces. There's one of my more serious faces. I didn't feel it really looked like me though so much. So I didn't go with that one. There was another one I was kind of trying with the both of us there.
Look at me looking all handsome, man. Let's just go back.
I kind of like this one. I'm kind of excited here. I'm an optimistic Punisher right there. So here you go. There's
well, now I'm not sure.
It's so fucking funny.
I think I landed on a nail.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do. It may be kind of like I'm smiling because it fucking hurts. I just stepped on my 13-inch penis. It hurts so bad.
Right on the head.
And so here another Punisher. Here I am.
Well, see, that was not too bad.
Yeah. That's the one I went with. But
that's surprised the Punisher.
Yeah. So no, I need to start using different programs because I was using Grok to assist with stuff, but Grok has changed and now it won't really let you edit pictures very well. It sends you to their thing where they want you to pay like $30 a month. Fuck you, Elon. Don't you have enough money?
And Dr. Fauci. Yeah. Thank you.
Fucking Bin Laden, asshole. Dollar Tree says use Gemini. It's free and makes the best AI. And no, that's what I need to start broadening my horizons. I know there's other ones out there, but I always forget. I'm going to write that down. Gemini. So I remember to go look for it tonight.
But I'm a Virgo. Can I still use Gemini?
Hot. So anyways, let's finish up with the news. 57 minutes in. Because we do have quite a bit more to talk about here.
Okay. So I'm going to go get a beer while you talk about this, so that way I won't interrupt you.
Fuck you, John Ward. Fuck you.
I don't even know what that movie is, so don't worry about it.
Oh, Other Mommy? Okay. So Other Mommy, a trailer just came out for it. Looks like Us, like the movie Us, starring Jessica Chastain. That will be coming out sometime in the near future, but I'm not that impressed with it. It really is like Us, where you have a mom and then another same looking mom that's an evil mom, kind of like they did in Us. So that's coming out soon. Ebenezer. This trailer just dropped over Comic-Con weekend, and Johnny Depp showed up at San Diego Comic-Con in costume, and this is exciting because it's directed by Ty West. I love Ty West, one of my favorite trilogies with X and Maxine and stuff. So also stars Ian McKellen and Daisy Ridley. Good thing we're mentioning Daisy Ridley before John gets back and loses his shit. But the trailer for Ebenezer looks good. I am very excited for that. Going to be coming out later this year. And John really needs to get his ass back because there's a couple other things. He's got to be taking a piss. There's no way. His refrigerator is like 12 feet from his chair, and the fact he's still not back. Maybe we'll want to look at funny pictures of John while he's gone. Let's look at funny pictures of John. We'll take this down. Since he's taking his time to get back, we'll look at funny pictures. He didn't go get a beer. He went potty his old man bladder is like talking to him or something. Let's see if I can find some funny pictures of John to pull up and get it up here before he gets back. Here we go. Let's see. I gotta find a good one. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just go with this one right here for now, and we'll just put it up so when he sits back down, see what I'm talking about? Hang on. Here he comes. Fucking take your goddamn time, John Ward. All fucking night. We got all night for you to fuck around over here. Nobody fucking cares. Take your fucking sweet time. See what I was saying? I don't know about this fucking guy right here. Anyways,
wait a minute.
Antonis, thank you for the $4.99 super chat there. Appreciate that, Antonis. You absolutely rock. Oh, I love your thumbnail, your Phantasm thumbnail there, Antonis. Very, very nice of you to do that.
I think I did. Did I get it right?
And I missed some other comments here. Larry, the Batman fan, coming through with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Larry. You rock. I was putting up a picture of you because I couldn't go on with the news because you have to respond to some of this stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was putting up a picture of you to make you believe that we were talking about you. And whether we were or not, you'll never know. Have you seen the Ebenezer trailer?
I think it sucks. It looks so bad.
Why? What do you think looks bad?
First of all, before he was Scrooge, he was Ebenezer. His name is Ebenezer Scrooge. That's his name. Okay. Why would he be before he's Scrooge? What is he, Cher? That doesn't make any sense. The tagline is horrible. And then I thought they're going to say it was a Tim Burton movie because it looked like crap. But it's just like,
it's Ty West.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, I thought it looked fucking great. I am so excited for
God,
this.
I thought it looked horrible.
So the plot is this is after he goes through his night of seeing Christmas past, present, and future. This is how he's dealing with things, and it's showing that it didn't do shit. He's still a scumbag. So I thought the trailer looks great, and I am very excited for this. So bah humbug, John Ward.
I mean, we'll
see. Say it.
My God, Larry the Batman fan and I actually agree on something.
Ryan Gosling was cast as some fucking comic book guy called Ghost Rider.
This guy leaves me a voicemail. Who the fuck is Ghost Rider? I don't give a shit. What is that dipshit's name that Robert Downey Jr. is playing in the movie? I don't know any of these people. Fuck them and fuck, sorry, Larry.
No, I didn't say fuck them. I said I don't give a fuck about them.
How do you not
There's
know
a very
Ghost
big difference
Rider,
between
sir?
fuck them and I don't give a fuck about them. No, Ghost Rider. And so once you mentioned that Nicolas Cage played Ghost Rider, I was like, oh, I remember that movie. I had no idea that was Marvel, but I just thought we're digging a little too deep. You have 75 fucking characters that are going to appear in this Avengers movie. Shouldn't you make movies about them or some more of them than digging deep on some fucking guy?
No, because they're rebooting it. I don't think they called it a reboot exactly. So basically, they're going to re-release Endgame with new footage to make it match into Doomsday. Doomsday will then lead into Secret Wars. Secret Wars then leads into, because of Doomsday, will go into Battle World. Battle World will then introduce a whole bunch of other characters, Ghost Rider being one of them. Everybody else that you pretty much know is going to be dead. They're killing them all.
This is so fucking ridiculous. The best thing I saw that came out of Comic-Con this weekend was from the Spaceballs panel. Did you see the Spaceballs panel?
No.
Where they trolled Marvel?
No.
Oh, they fucking trolled Marvel hard.
I don't care about Spaceballs too.
No. Okay, so the Spaceballs panel, they said, "Oh, we're making this Spaceballs universe where we're going to have a movie about Darth Helmet."
Those.
And then so it went over, like they had this like series of different movies that were going to spin off, and there must have been like 400 of them in different panels. They trolled the shit out of Marvel, and I thought it was amazing. All this stuff with needing to watch this to know that and all this. Fuck all that. Give me a movie. Let me watch it. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But you know what? More power to them, because obviously people are paying to go see this stuff, and more power to the people that care. But I don't. I really don't. I really don't.
So next time, before you leave a rant, you might want to check it out.
Check what out?
Well, and see who these people are.
I don't give a fuck who they are. I was ranting to you because of my frustration that I'm having to hear about these fucking people. Why are they creating a new? We need a fucking Punisher movie way more than we need a Ghost fucking Rider movie.
And every Punisher movie that came out bombed. So they're not going to make a Punisher movie.
That's because they were shitbag actors, aside from Tommy.
No, they're all not bad.
Tommy Jane, they subjected to fucking John Travolta. Almost. Alan Richson, who you love,
this douche,
at San Diego Comic-Con, came out and said that he is not in talks to be Batman, which everybody apparently supposedly wants him to be Batman, but he says he is in talks to play another DC character, but he did not allude to who that may be.
Because James Gunn is gone. He's gone. This whole universe is gone. After Man of Tomorrow, his contract is up, and with the people that are taking over from Paramount, he's gone.
Here's a question.
They weren't even, DC wasn't even at Comic-Con.
What is Man of Tomorrow?
Superman.
Oh, was that the newest Superman?
That's going to be that's no, didn't come out. It comes out in like 2 years or next year or something like that. But no, they didn't do anything. Because everything is bombing. Lanterns is going to do horribly. James Gunn is gone. He's out of there.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We've all thought that, and they stick around.
I'm hoping.
Maybe James Gunn will go back to Marvel, and then maybe Feige will go to DC.
No, maybe both of them should quit and never work in film again.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Marvel, and this is one of the things that has become so confusing because of Disney buying everything under the sun. Marvel is now releasing Indiana Jones comic books. There's a new Indiana Jones comic coming out from Marvel. Was it Indiana Jones was never a comic book when it first came out, right? Before it came out?
No, not before. After Raiders, they did comic books. Marvel.
Okay, so after it came out.
I mean,
it was Marvel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I think Dark Horse did some, and I mean, Disney owns the IP. They got to do something or they've lost all this money.
Yeah.
So video games, comics,
putting out a comic book at this point in time, is a comic book really going to make them that much money?
No, because all the stores are closing. Comic books are bombing.
Yeah. Well, and most comic books now, they're like, oh, buy our comic book. We'll send you the digital download. Fuck you, your digital download. We're physical media whores. We don't want your digital crap.
No, but that's the way to get stuff now is it's all digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the artists and the writers are still there. You're just not getting that physical copy.
Yeah. I just, it was weak. That was fucking weak.
Better than what you could do right now, sir.
I could do your mom right now if Jeff wasn't already doing her.
Why don't both of you do her?
Probably
take that. Take that.
So David Johnson, this guy right here, is apparently going to be the next Black Panther. He's from The Long Walk, I guess.
Yeah, he also played the dumb android in Alien Romulus.
Oh, is that him? Oh, okay, I like that guy. All right, okay. I didn't know who he was.
He's a good actor. I still I still want somebody white to play Black Panther, and you just don't change the name of it.
That'd be very funny. Yeah, that'd be very funny.
But he is a good choice. So
he's a good actor. For me, it's said for Black Panther 3. Was there a 2? I didn't even know there was a part 2.
Well, yeah, it's Wakanda Forever is the second one.
Oh, okay.
Which is awful.
Because they didn't really have Black Panther, right? It was just Wakanda.
No,
Black Panther is dead, right?
His sister took over.
Okay.
See, they get rid of the male and they bring in the female.
Yeah.
So,
well, and at that point, they had a kind of a good excuse with what's his name passing away.
They still could have had another guy.
Sure. But hey, more power to David Johnson, because we do like him. We like him as an actor, so that's great.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Weapons prequel about Aunt Gladys is still being written, says Zach Kreger. And probably the last little bit of newsy stuff. Fuck Those Guys, a new TV show that I've been watching, The Westies, just came out. The 4th episode came out, I think, today. I just watched it before coming on here. Starring J.K. Simmons and Sarah Bolger, who she was in Mayans. It's got a few other faces. It's a mafia kind of show takes place in the 80s. And I know I've told John about this twice now. We've already had this conversation because of my failing memory. But it has a guy, an actor I recognize, playing John Gotti. And then it has Paul Castellano. So it has real life, former real life mobsters that are in this. And then it has it's like Italian mob versus Irish mob. And I don't know if any of the Irish mob were real guys. They were, names I'd never heard of before. But the first 4 episodes of this show are great. On MGM Plus, which I signed up for a MGM Plus through Amazon, you get like the first 3 months for like 99 cents a month. So that's how I did that. So it is very good, very violent, and on the level of Sopranos violence. I'm digging it. So highly recommend Fuck Those Guys Westies for anybody that is looking for television show to watch. And I think that was about it. I think that's about it of stuff that we really needed to talk about on the agenda. I didn't bother with birthdays or any of that stuff this week, just because there was so much other stuff to talk about. Speaking of 13-inch dongs, there's just a good look at the Hoff for you, everybody.
It's always
John and I watched Masters of the Universe finally. I know this is the moment Balzer's been waiting for. John, you and I both were not very excited about this movie. I think you were a little less enthusiastic about this movie than I was.
Yeah.
But how'd you feel about it after watching it?
Well, I got the Amazon Prime, so I got the 30 days for free, saw that it was on there, and just went, why not? Let's give it it's gone back from the people that I watch on YouTube. It went back and forth between, from the trailer, is this woke? Is this not woke? He's got his little nameplate on there that is, he, him, the joke on He-Man, and or he/man, whatever it is. It's supposed to be a joke on the whole pronoun thing. And everybody's like, oh, fuck, this movie's woke. It's absolutely woke. And then we hear that Tila, that she is constantly belittling the men around her. And like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to see it. But I watched it and I liked it. I don't think it's woke at all. And you even made this comment that it could be making fun of woke.
Yeah.
Which I think it is. He's in this boring office. The women around him have all the different colored hair. The HR boss is this annoying black woman who has no idea how to register emotions or feelings, and she works in HR.
She was kind of funny though. The character was funny.
And I'm guessing somebody probably had these experiences, and that's why they were written in there.
Everybody's, if you've ever worked in an office, you've worked with that type of person.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of like Office Space and stuff like that. But the humor that was in it, he's looking up swords because he's trying to find the big sword, and people are scared of him, because he's looking up violent things at work. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. And I almost want to watch it again, just going into it knowing that I liked it instead of going into it thinking that I would hate it. Yeah. So I recommend it. I do.
So I did not watch this originally for a much different reason than John. Oh. And that was just that I am just not been a Masters of the Universe fan. I just wasn't as a kid. And when it came out, I told myself I was going to go to the theater and I was going to watch it for Balzer's sake, because Balzer wanted me to hear my thoughts on it. And then I saw that it was over 2 hours long, and I went, I don't think I can sit through 2 hours of Masters of the Universe in a theater. And that is why I did not go watch it. Watching it at home, being able to pause it, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, come back and everything. I laughed my ass off at this. I thought so much of it was very funny, and I didn't think there was any element of woke to it. I didn't think that was a factor at all. And the teaser we get at the end with, I don't think it's a spoiler anymore because everybody should have seen it by now. You can watch it for free now. The She-Ra thing there at the end, I would love to see a sequel for this. It was very funny.
But what's funny is them introducing She-Ra. She-Ra destroyed He-Man.
Where?
Just like anything.
In the cartoon?
And the toys and everything is just like the Force's female. Anytime you take a male-driven product and try to introduce females to it, it destroys it. And that's what happened.
Oh, I thought you meant like she beat him up or something in the show.
No. In the documentary, these are all the guys who worked on Masters of He-Man, Masters of the Universe cartoon. They said everything was going great, but the studio wanted a female audience to connect to it. And they're like, okay, we'll do a female He-Man. And they introduced She-Ra, and it destroyed it. Okay. And the toys weren't selling anymore. And eventually, she got her own show and stuff, but eventually it went off the air. So I find it funny that they introduce her, but they do. This film is very flash forward in 1980. There's even a Queen song in it that I thought was hilarious. The ending of it is very similar to the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe with Skeletor at the end. I think the director and the chick who plays Teela, they both said in interviews, oh yeah, Skeletor he's the toxic masculinity. He shows all the evil men out there. I didn't get that at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
I wouldn't even, people like that, if they're wrong, why do we even worry about
these are people working on the film? Yeah. Like, why would you put that out there? Okay, it's
because they're idiots. They're Hollywood people.
Yeah,
most Hollywood people are idiots.
I think Jared Leto was the best thing in this film. Skeletor was hilarious.
Skeletor was pretty funny. He was very when he wasn't getting the response from his mob around him, and he's kind of like, I'm done. And when I'm done, that like he wanted them to laugh or whatever.
Dr. Evil, I thought, in this, where he would crack a joke and be like, come on, everybody, throw me a bone. And then they would all start, oh, that's right. Then they would start laughing. I had a little bit of an issue with Adam, He-Man, at the beginning. And then I remembered in the comic, oh, yeah, he's a wussy. He's got the pink shirt on, just like Adam wears. And Prince Adam is a wussy. He's a mama's boy. He's not a warrior until he puts up the sword. And so he's getting bashed around by everybody. And I'm like, that's it. And I thought it was pretty legit. I didn't mind Teela talking down because her dad is a drunk and he's a wuss.
It's a brother, sister, or maybe not brother sister relationship, but they were but as kids they were kind of like brother sister in this movie. You know, she was kind of like the older sister figure since She-Ra wasn't around, but I did like that kind of bullying aspect because he was the weakling, and she saw her dad kind of bullying him to get him to be a stronger warrior. So you would think like father, like daughter kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think that this movie is woke at all. They even had the message. If you remember towards the end, they're all giving the message that they normally give at the end of the cartoon. You know, today's lesson is this. And they're even doing that. They do the pause at the end, like the cartoon, where they're ha ha, and then they stop laughing as like the credits would go up. There's a lot of stuff to the cartoon that's in this that's done really well.
Yeah. Well, and that's what everybody that I had heard from about the movie said, that this movie nails the cartoon. It's what they've wanted for 30 years now, or it's closer to 40 years. Yeah. So, but yeah, there was like little things like when Dolph Lundgren showed up.
That's good.
And the interaction between the two of them was so damn funny. So there's a lot of funny moments, and I don't know if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and Dolph is still huge.
Yeah,
for a guy his age, Mike, he like towered over the actor who played He-Man.
I do believe I rated this a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Did you have a score for it?
Same.
If you had to pick 4 out of 5?
4 out of 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was good enough. Let me see what I put it in here as. Yeah, I gave it 4 out of 5. Yeah. So if another one comes out, I'll definitely watch it. So there you go. There's that. John, you had put up some posters down below there. Something else you wanted to mention?
Yeah, let's pull up that first one, Mercy. Oh, I have to share them with you, don't I? Hold on.
Oh no, here's Mercy right here.
Oh no, do you have it? Okay. So
this is the one where basically he was a cop and he's being charged with killing his wife, and he has to prove from this seat that he didn't do it.
Right. And Rebecca Ferguson is the AI judge. The whole movie takes place in this room, and it is, he has 90 minutes. He is at 97.5% guilty, which means that he's going to be executed in the chair if he can't prove himself guilty. And he has all of not guilty. And he has all the internet stuff at his disposal. So cameras, cell phones, computers, all that stuff is at his disposal. And he has to, and of course, I mean, he didn't do it. You know that, but
spoiler alert.
Well, all these things, they never do it, but it's finding out who did do it, how he gets to there. This movie bombed beyond belief. It bombed bad. I enjoyed it. I think it'd be a good double feature with Minority Report. What's that?
It's so funny, the movies you like versus the movies you don't like. This movie was fucking trash. It had potential, but it was so... Yes, I watched this like 2 or 3 months ago. It was so fucking... Or maybe even longer.
Wow. It's interesting. It's like Minority Report.
Oh, all right, here, let me hop on my little hover fucking crap to fly around LA.
The police hover motorcycle was not very good.
The premise that we're gonna put people in this chair and have AI determine if they're guilty or not. Not fucking like 5 years from now into the future, or whenever they said this took place. This is no, it's not gonna happen. There's just so many things with it that were just
that takes place in the future has never happened. I mean, look at all the movies from the 70s that say, they're from, in the future of 1983, and 1983 doesn't look like anything like that.
We can't even get AI cars to not crash into each other right now. We're not going to have a judge rule and execute somebody
because it's science fiction. It's dystopian.
Okay, and I get that, but to me, I just thought that was a pretty silly
Soylent
premise.
Green happens in the future, and we're not eating people. So
Yeah.
it's a dystopian warning because it's AI. That's the thing. It's
it's an anti-AI film. Yeah.
Even the judge whose AI realizes that she is wrong. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was clever. Chris Pratt cannot act his way out of a bag. I mean, God, he is an awful actor. He is so horrible.
When you're stuck in a chair the whole movie like he was, it's not really fair, though.
Okay, let's say this was the 70s and Clint Eastwood was in there. He would have acted the shit out of that chair.
Probably
Paul
would have done it better.
Would have acted the shit out of that chair.
But they're different. Chris Pratt is a comedic actor. He's not known for like a fistful of dollars. He's not, or whatever. He's not Dirty Harry.
He has not acted good in one movie, in my opinion. Not one. I stopped watching Parks and Recreation because of him.
I know you talked, but then there's so many funny outtakes of it. I don't have a problem with him. Is he the best actor? I wouldn't say yes or no, but I know you're not a fan of his, which makes it that much more interesting that you like this movie.
I think when he was trying to just be quiet, he was bad, but when he was getting a little mad, he was better. I think a different actor would have been much better in this. I mean, friggin', throw Matt Damon in there. I mean, or
the only thing this movie had going for it was Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson's names. Otherwise, nobody would have ever gone to see this.
And nobody did.
Which they did. They didn't anyways, but
no, it was, but I thought it was clever. I like, oh my God, filmed for IMAX. Oh shit. God, that was a waste of money. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. Is it perfect? No. Is it kind of dumb? Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. So you just don't like it because it's LA.
Well, no, I don't like LA. You're right. But no, it's the same reason I won't watch. I didn't know going into this that it was going to be him in a chair the entire time. And I watched this with my brother out in Texas. So we were looking for something to watch. It was on. That's why we watched it. But if I would have known it was an Ice Cube, what was the movie Ice Cube did where he sat there, The War of the Worlds or whatever?
Oh,
if I would have known it was like a one seat, see, you and I had this conversation, and I know you kind of are interested in those movies where I am not. I don't want to see the one guy in one chair the whole time.
I would only watch War of the Worlds because it is now considered to be worse than The Room. So as like the worst movie ever made. So I would see it just for that, but I still haven't, and I don't really have an ultimate desire. So
I have not said hello to any comments or acknowledge any comments in quite a while. So I'm going to do that now. Let's get caught up a little bit. Magneticone, superhero fatigue. I agree with you. Want to see dark and gritty hero stuff. That's why I like the Punisher so much. And if I've missed anybody's comments, I apologize. OGP and Jeff can tag team. That's up.
My mom. Mom. Thank you.
I heard John's mom was over in Wakanda with true 13 inchers.
Well, I'm glad it ain't me.
You just got called. They just called you out on bullshit, John, on your 13 incher.
Well, hey, I've been in jail, and I can tell you black guys do have 13 inches. So.
And this is a PG program, so John's not allowed to just hang on while I whip this out. That was my Blazing Saddles reference right there. Is that the whole name? LOL, F those guys, the Westies. No, Mr. Bones, the name of the show is just the Westies. It's just the Westies. But it's great. 4 episodes in, and it is phenomenal. Don't mind TV shows as long as there's not too risque or demonic. This is not, and this is New York. It's your neck of the woods, Larry. Jammin' Music Man, what's cracking, Jammin'? Thanks for dropping in on BC's show earlier. He had technical difficulties, but we did see Jammin' Music Man over there. Let's see here. HC, John, would you consider interviewing David Sterling?
I have.
Again, would you need to do it again? Would you want to do it again?
I think I've interviewed him maybe twice for one filmmaker. I don't know. David has ghosted me. I have not been in David's life for, I don't know, almost 2 years. I don't know why. I send him messages and he just ignores them. He just doesn't respond. So I don't know what is up his.
You're gonna be okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah. It's just weird.
John, I have never seen the 1987 He-Man movie because, again, not a fan. What do you prefer, the new one or the old one?
I think I might stick with the old one just because it's Dolph, it's Frank Langella, it is
I don't get the Dolph fandom. I mean, Dolph was okay in Rocky or whatever he was in.
Awesome. What are you talking?
I got nothing against Dolph, but he's always been like he's like always the backup actor. He's never the main star.
Oh, how dare you?
Yeah. But okay. But I would prefer the new one.
And I mean, I could watch both, but there is a fondness for the old one.
Okay. The black woman in the He-Man movie in real life is a lesbian though. So, okay.
I mean,
good for her, Larry. Yeah.
But Larry, how do you know that? Did you do research on her or you just presuming that?
Yeah.
So,
Stevage, what's up? Greetings, Philip and John. How's it going? Decent. Stevage. You know what? We are missing out on so many people. John, do you know where the term decent comes from?
I think you're going to let me know.
The Trailer Park Boys.
Decent.
Oh, I have no idea.
Decent.
John is not decent. As a matter of fact,
I don't know shit about fuck.
John doesn't.
Decent. I do
Bubbles.
know about shit though.
Trailer Park Boys. It's a good show. It's good though when they avoid the woke agenda stuff. God is fine with it. You are correct, Larry.
Well, once again, how do we know that God is fine with that? God created
Mercy was decent, says Mr. Bones. Some people are eating people, John. LOL. Some people are eating people.
They are not. There is that one island that the natives are on that really don't see civilization. This is a real thing. And a woke guy went over to give them food, and he went to shore. They fucking ate him. They killed him and ate him. People said, "Do not go to this island. They will eat you."
Yeah.
And
there's still some tribes that are not up to speed. They like missed an update or whatever. They're still living in the Stone Age.
This goes along with my, cannibals like Green Holocaust or Cannibal Holocaust and all those. If you're white, stop going to these places to help people. They will only eat you. Stop it. Don't go there. Why would you go and try to help somebody who's just going to eat you? It doesn't make sense.
It looks like Stevage maybe doesn't agree, or just thought your comment was funny about Clint Eastwood acting the hell out of that chair.
I think it is a great comment, and so thank you.
I don't like LA either. I would rather live in Greece. Oh, Greece! I've never been, but Greece is gorgeous in the pictures and stuff. And come on, it's got to be better than LA. Fucking,
it's got to be better than the Odyssey.
Yeah. Man, LA is pretty rough. Let's see here. Showdown in Little Tokyo. I don't know what you're talking about there. How's the G-Fam, but good stuff, right? Oh, okay.
Brandon Lee, great film. Very good film.
So what's this all about here, John? Oh, I know what this is about.
Look at that poster. Isn't that one of the worst posters
That's
you've
dog
ever
shit.
seen?
Who directed this? David Sterling or Dustin Ferguson? Or
no. So Fred Olin Ray produced it. Christopher Olin Ray directed it. His son, Michael Sue, was the cinematographer on this, who I have worked with several times. And Jared Cohen, I think I said, he also worked on this, who you know. This is a remake of the original Night of the Living Dead. I don't know how they got away with this. I hunted and hunted and hunted and hunted for this film. Could not find it. Finally found it on YouTube in German, but luckily it had English subtitles. So I was able to, and then of course, foreign languages, there were just certain words that are just all the same. So I was able to watch it like that. And instead of doing a gender swap, they do a relative swap. So Vivica A. Fox is Ben's sister. Ben, the black guy who is in the house.
Oh.
And he's at the beginning of the movie in a cafe with her. He gets killed by the zombies, so she replaces him. Why she's wearing men's clothes, I have no idea. It was a horrible wardrobe decision, unless she's just supposed to look more like Ben, I guess. But this is this bad? I must own it. I have to find a physical copy of this to add to my collection of zombie films. This is, I mean, it is amazing of how bad this is.
Any idea when this came out?
So it says, I believe 23, but it says 26. So I think it was made in 23 and finally showed somewhere where somebody could download it. And then it disappeared because I found it from a guy on YouTube who reviewed it, who said it was like the worst thing he's ever watched. And I'm like, I have to see this movie. And
I
then
wonder if you're searching for the wrong name, because on IMDb, the name of the film is not Night of the Living Dead. The name of the film is called Based on Original Night of the Living Dead.
Well, that's
the words based on the original are in the title.
I think they had to put that for legal reasons.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's when Night of the Living Dead pops up, this weird kind of jiggly font comes up that says based on the original film, and that's on top. And then at the end, when the title comes up, it's on the bottom of it. And it looks like they added it later. But I know that there's a lot of problems now, even though Night of the Living Dead, the original, is technically, public domain. Criterion makes a big issue with this. But it's pretty amazing. Yeah, so there's Ben. That's the guy who plays Ben. And if you've ever read the comic book for the prequel to Night of the Living Dead, it does start at the cafe with Ben, like he talks about in the original movie. That's Barbara. A better poster, this horrible poster.
Yeah.
Okay. Foreign poster.
What?
That's the mom of the little girl who dies in the cellar.
Her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh no, was Clint Howard in this too?
No.
Oh, he just showed up at the premiere.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to Dee Wallace's career that she went from this to that dog and all the other things that she's been in to this Night of the Living Dog shit right here? Wow.
I don't know. People just stopped hiring her, I guess. And now, because she was only in the beginning and somebody bites her and she turns into a zombie. So the girl running through the woods, Robert Carradine, poor Robert, this is his last movie.
Really?
From what the guy on YouTube said. And
let's take a look. A lot of people like to say that, oh, that was their last movie or whatever, but no, Cowboy Killer, Desert Fiends, he was in Cool Duder's movie.
Oh god.
And it looks like he has 3 other movies coming out. So he was in
who knows, because they all say 26.
Also Cool Duder's movie.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he's in 2 of Cool Duder's movies. Man, what the fuck happened to his career? Nothing against Sean C. Phillips, but come on now. This guy was fucking Revenge of the Nerds. This guy was a legend. No wonder he killed him. Oh my Jesus, I'm an asshole. Wow. Poor guy. We got to see him. John, you could have went, but we got to see him in a panel at Days of the Dead out there in Vegas. It was a great panel. Aside from this bimbo at Days of the Dead convention, I don't know who this fucking broad is at the Days of the Dead convention that hosts these panels, but she believes that she is big fucking shit. And when the cast was all taking a group picture together, the broad that hosted the panel went and stood with them. And everybody in the audience is like, can you get the fuck out of there? We want to take a picture of them, not your goofy. Her hair looks like she electrocuted herself and fucking fro. on a white girl. It's weird, but we were like, get the fuck out of there. But it was a great panel they had there, and Robert Carradine was there, and he seemed like he was doing well, but obviously not, which is very sad.
Yes.
Rant over. There you go.
Yes.
How about that?
And then I got one more pick down here that's very short.
Okay.
So while I was, so it's Soldiers or Zombies is what the title is. While I was searching for something to watch, I came across this. It's 6 episodes. It's listed as Mexican, not Mexico, but Mexican. And so I'm guessing it's shot in Mexico. A lot of it is subtitles. There is English in it too, but it's a zombie show that's shot in Mexico about drug dealer and his guys and soldiers that are turned into zombies, and they fight. I got through about half of the first episode. I was really liking it, but I was falling asleep. So I thought that was very interesting of what they were doing with this, because I've never seen a zombie movie or a show that was actually shot in Mexico. So this looks pretty good.
Was it in Espanol or in English?
Both. So if it's like the guy there is the drug dealer, so when he's in prison, everything is in Spanish with English subtitles. But then when they're working in the lab, it's like an American guy and he speaks English. So it kind of flips back and forth between it, but I think it's mostly subtitled.
And what platform did you see this on?
I saw it on Prime.
Okay, so if anybody wants to watch on Prime, there you go.
Yeah.
John, where do you find these movies? There you go. Magnetico, answer your question. Found them on Prime.
Yeah.
This one. Where did you find that?
So YouTube, Night of Living Dead, that was it. No date, no nothing. And you would just have to look for, I think it's like one of these 2 chicks that's on there. The effects aren't bad. Like the zombies look pretty good. A lot of CGI blood, unfortunately. But yeah, you just type in Night of Living Dead or even like Night of Living Dead 2026, and I think something will pop up. Okay. I found it by accident, really.
Yeah, it's on IMDb. It shows that it's available nowhere. So yeah, it's. Yeah,
I think they took it down probably for legal reasons, because Fred Olen Ray is a very well-known B filmmaker. His son does a ton of stuff, a lot of asylum movies, and the people that are in it are well-known. So I don't know why, unless it's like a legal problem.
Yeah. So Jesse says, I'm curious who produces and funds Cool Duder's movies. Makes absolutely 0 sense. So Cool Duder crowdfunds, and based on his 100,000 YouTube subscribers, there's a lot of people that kick in, and that's where it goes. I unless somebody else bigger is kicking in that I am not aware of, I think that's where he does. I think he crowdfunds over there. So yeah, that is where I believe he gets his money. So you have pickups?
I have this.
Oh, is that a single pickup? Oh, something that you were excited about?
This is what I messaged you.
Okay, but is that a yes? You have pickups?
I do have pickups, yeah.
I have a serious Blu-ray addiction.
We'll go with the short one there. Eli, gotta love Eli and his Blu-ray addiction.
But we always cut off Brittany, though.
Oh, we can watch the whole 25 seconds if you want.
No, it's okay. We're done.
You can Google her.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So I message you saying that I have a beautiful hate purchase, and this is a beautiful hate purchase. So I have my Snow White Funko Pop now. That was at like 50% off, and that was my golden grail of Funko Pops to find. And then we went to Zia and saw 2 Snow White metal popcorn buckets, but they were $15 each.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do that. Twice we went there. They were the same price. I did find out for future times when we go there, I asked one of the guys, I said, I'm seeing Funko Pops that were here like a year ago, and they haven't come down in price. They're still $15. Why is that? And he goes, oh, we just haven't gone out to price them down. If you find something you like, bring it up. If we've had it for a year, we'll mark it down.
Okay.
So if you find something there that's like $20, maybe they'll price it down if it's older. So
good to know. Good to know.
But because those 2 buckets from Snow White disappeared, I looked on eBay. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with this. This was $19 total. $19. First, I did find this is the popcorn container of Snow White.
I'm happy for you that you're happy.
Okay, got that. This is the exact one that was at Zia Records. And it came with this. And it even has an apple. The top of it is an apple. And it's a tumbler.
You are way too excited for a tumbler, John Ward, of a terrible movie.
Look at that.
Where are you going to display these?
Well, for now they'll go into the unit, the shelving unit in the living room, but eventually they'll probably go on one of the 2 metal ones that are in the hallway there. Okay. But I love this because it's just, and the apple even has a bite taken out of it because, you know, she bites the apple and that's what makes her fall asleep. So $19. So originally $15, and all I had to do was pay like $3 more. That includes everything, shipping, handling, taxes, and all that. And I got both of these.
Yeah, I mean that's, you know, you would have spent at the theater a lot more than that. That's fucking disgusting. Enough of that. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop doing what you're doing over there. But more power to you. The penis cup gave John a cup fetish. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
I've bought these. Oh, and they even have sprinkles on the top too. I didn't notice that till the light hit it.
Nightwalker says you're a princess, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
Finally filled you guys a box of movies. Will ship next week. Decent. Nice, Jeff. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Don't expect movie gold. Oh, in the box. That's all right. That is, hey, you know, it is the thought and the effort of you sending us something that matters to us, not what you put in there or anything. So, but we would appreciate it irregardless of what's in there.
Irregardless, we would appreciate it.
I can't fucking believe you and the hate purchases. And it's funny, John and I were walking around Walmart talking about hate purchases, and then perfect. Like 2 other guys are like, "Oh, I do that too. I buy hate purchases."
Well, what's great is
what the fuck is wrong with you people?
I'm pointing at the brand new 4K Howard the Duck for $30, and I look at OGP and I go, nobody is going to buy this for $30. Nobody. And the second I put my hand down, a guy grabbed it and then he puts it in his cart.
He's like, I'm buying it.
Oh my God. He's like, yeah, I want to buy it. And I told him I know people who work on it, that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then like, I think like a gay guy walked past us and goes, I do hate purchases too. And he just continued to walk down the aisle. Yeah. So it was, my God, that timing could not have been more perfect.
It was a very surreal moment. Yeah. John is the Jedi master of buying crap titles and crap paraphernalia too.
I love it, but I have good and bad. I have Snow White, but then I also have Scream. So you know, I have both. I enjoy both.
These
are 2 that I found to be very interesting. I found these on Amazon when I was looking up other stuff, you know, and I found these. I thought these were like the flimsy plastic, but they're not. These are that hard plastic Funko Pop holders, one with green slime on it, and it's all the way around. They weren't really any price difference. And then I also found one with blood all on it.
I wonder if those were for specific Funkos.
No, these are brand new.
They were sold that way. You could buy. You could have bought 3 of the ones with the blood on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So then I thought which is why you kind of gave me the idea, is I thought for the green one, I would get, and I did get them in the mail, Toxic Avenger because I figured, toxic waste, the green. But then I thought, wait a minute, why am I doing that? I can put, I'll put it this way. It does have a lid. I just don't have them on. I can put Swampy in here. So now that fits because Swamp Thing is green and it has the green handwriting.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And they're also in I was so surprised these were the hard cases because they were no more than like $8. And then I figured, well, okay, what do I do? What do I put into the red? And I'm like, well, maybe Scream, like Ghostface. But then I remembered, why would I do that?
Terrifier.
When I could put Terrifier in there.
Yeah.
And so now this sits in here with all the blood all on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool looking cases. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd do any more. It was kind of more of a novelty thing. And then they just have their lid that, just sticks on top and says Funko Pops on it. So, yeah, I thought that these were really cool because I think I saw some of these on eBay. Like people were selling them like this. And I thought they were handmade. Like they just flick paint. But no, you can buy them. You
nice.
Right on Amazon. So, yeah, I was very happy about that. So,
look, Stevage just got back from the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale, picked up Anora, Descent, Killers of the Flower Moon, There, I don't know what There is, Sorcerer, Mean Streets. Did you guys pick up anything? I have not been to a sale. I already own Anora, and I already own Mean Streets.
Sorcerer is great if it's the one with Roy Scheider. I have that on Blu-ray, but not Criterion.
Sure, I think that's what the Criterion is. Yeah. Yeah, no, great pickups there.
Yeah.
Thief. Okay, Thief. So not There.
Michael Mann's Thief. Yeah, with James Caan. Yeah, that's a great movie.
Okay.
It's the precursor to Heat. Like if he didn't make Thief, Heat would not exist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, great pickup, Steve. I haven't been to any sales or anything. The last sale I took part in was the Vinegar Syndrome, which I am a fucking retard. Because in the Vinegar Syndrome sale, I bought this, and John was like, "You bought Night Beast?" And I bought Night Beast. Right. I already fucking own Night Beast.
From Vinegar?
Not Vinegar. It was just a Blu-ray. It might have been a Vinegar Blu-ray, but it was no, it wasn't, because it was in a Blu-ray case. I don't know who put it out.
Oh, so get rid of
I already
the old
had
one.
It.
Yeah.
No, something else to sell to Zia Records. But I paid for that twice. It was okay. Happens. It was okay. I know it does. And that's the sad thing is I even have pictures and everything's in alphabetical order. But I didn't talk about, I wanted to mention as we went through yours, I did watch The Abyss because Gail sent me that. And then Gail sent me The Howling 2.
Oh yeah, let's talk about those.
I rewatched The Howling so I would be ready to go into The Howling 2. And the original Howling, it's not the best movie of all time, but it's a very good movie. One thing that cracks me up about it is when the guy is sitting there turning into a werewolf, and is it Dee Wallace is just standing there watching him, and he's turning and turning, and she's just standing there. It's like, wouldn't you freak out and scream and run away? But it's like this long, drawn out scene, so you could really see the effects and everything. And she's just standing there watching. But otherwise, it's a great story. And I liked how at the end it was like, well, we have to prove this to everybody. So they go on the news and all that, and they end it. I thought they ended it good, and they should have left it alone. Should have never, ever, 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 ever made any sequels. But unfortunately they did. And after about 10 minutes into this, I realized, maybe not even that long, I was like, oh shit. The Howling 2 is what we watched on Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, because it was like, I think, consensus amongst the Voyagers that this is like one of the worst movies of all time. And it's pretty fucking bad. I do like the band. I wish it was a real band, but they're not a real band. I think it's funny how we have to have like sexy S&M sex werewolf scenes and stuff, hairy nipples and all. There are some funny moments, and I did like this a lot better after watching it now than I did when I watched it for the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, because after seeing it right after this, because of my questioning John about the legitimate connection, is that yes, Karen White is killed at the end of the first one because she goes on her news channel and she gets herself shot so she could prove that she's a werewolf to everybody, that they exist. And then half the people don't believe her anyways. Well, in this one, you find out that apparently silver bullets don't really kill them. And I do like in here how it's, well, they don't have to be. Oh no. Is it in part two? One of them they talk about. No, I think it's part two, where he's like, the whole stuff with them coming out on full moons is nonsense because they're shapeshifters. They come out whenever they want. Doesn't have to have a full moon. Was that Vincent? Was that Vincent Price? No, it's not. It's
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee, who's saying this in his speech. But yeah, because in the first one, they didn't have to wait till full moons. And I like that because they are shapeshifters. And like in the other movie that Gail sent me, Wolf, which I also watched, so it was like a werewolf theme this week. In Wolf, he changes every single night. Jack Nicholson's character, it's like every single night he's turning into the werewolf. So I do like that we went against the grain. We didn't have to be a full moon. We couldn't kill him with a silver bullet, the different things with it. But I liked it better. It's still a trash movie. Instead of giving us the half a star that I originally gave it, I think I give it like a 1.5, maybe 2 stars now. But did we need this? What a significant drop off from the original to this. Like, what the fuck happened to go this far south? I don't know, but 5 years later, a lot of things could have happened. So I know John loves all of the Howling sequels. So go ahead and tell me how much you disagree with what I had to say there about these.
I think as a regular person, you're probably right. The films did make enough money to where they made like 9 or 10 movies. Yeah. So it's, and there are 3 books. Unfortunately, the book 2 and 3 have nothing to do with the movies.
Did the books come out before or after the first movie? Before the very first movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Any books?
Or I mean, at least the first one came out. I don't know if 2 and 3 came out. They might have come out when they were making the movies. I don't know, but I know the first one did. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was competing movie wise with American Werewolf in London. Rick Baker was supposed to do The Howling, but he had already committed to American Werewolf in London because it got delayed. So then he recommended Rob Bottin to do the effects for The Howling. So I think The Howling, it's written by John Sayles, who's great. It's directed by Joe Dante, who is great. It's got a great cast in it for, Slim Pickens and everything is in it. And part 2 is so horribly bad. Did you get to the end with Sybil Danning just taking her shirt off over and over over again, where she ran out of the theater crying? I think it has some brilliant stuff in it because it's bad. And the band is Babel. That's I think it's Stephen Pearson, but he's a real musician, so he wrote the song.
But Babel was only created for the film.
I think that's
I googled it because I liked the song so much. I was like, oh, is this a real band? And then they're like, no, that the guy who did the score wrote the music for it.
Yeah, and that whole song, that whole scene is ripping off the beginning of The Hunger with Bauhaus singing Bela Lugosi's Dead, and they're at the club. So I think it's brilliant in its badness. I think it's just because a lot of people like part 3, but I find part 3 to be kind of boring. And then it gets back on track with part 4, which is actually closer to the book. It's a remake, unofficially a remake.
Yeah, so. To me, the fact that there is a book, or that anybody would compare this, like, or especially these sequels to a book, is hysterical. But the minute I post something about watching Howling 1 and 2, Mr. Bones is like, now watch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, ha 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 ha. No. I can only take so much shit movie in
well, I think you've seen part 3, haven't you? Marsupials? Didn't you review that one too? The one that's in Australia?
Maybe, I don't remember, but I was thinking it was part 3 we watched on Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, when it was actually part 2. So I may not have seen part 3. I don't know, but I got it if I ever feel like torturing myself.
Some of them are better than others. Part 4 is more the book, but it's slower. It does have a great melting scene where a guy melts but pops up as a werewolf. And then 5, there's like Howling the Freaks, which is pretty good. That takes place at a circus. There's Rebirth that takes place at a castle. Some of them are actually not bad, but some of them are bad.
Yeah. Steven says D. Wallace's character freezes due to shock, similar to when I froze when I witnessed my grandmother stark naked. That would be a painful experience, and I would understand. That's something you never want to see. When D freezes, that's me when I find out the McRib went away again. Which, yeah. You know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to say something extremely controversial here. The AM PM barbecue rib sandwich in their little hot warmer bin, like 7-Eleven and Circle K has, the AM PM rib sandwich is by far better than the McRib. I hate to break it to you. Yes, it is.
Shut it down. Shut it all down. I know. Shut it down. Shut it down.
John, are you a McRib fan?
I do like the McRib.
I hate pickles. They're assholes for putting them on there. I mean, you can get them without, obviously. But have you ever had an AM PM barbecue rib sandwich?
No, I'm going to say no.
It's the same premise. It's like fake looking ribs. It's like meat that was probably liquid at one point, and they squirt it all into the little tray to make that shape. And it may be the same meat or whatever that McDonald's gets, but it like sausage. They squirt it all in the tube and call it a day. So, but I like the AMPM one better. I really do. Let's see. Larry says, why do they have to have all these inappropriate scenes in movies? All that does for me is takes away from the enjoyment. Larry, you know what? And here's the catch, Larry. Believe it or not, a lot of people, especially men, love to see naked women. And if you have the power to not want to see naked women, more power to you. God is within you, sir.
You might be gay.
God is not within most of us.
Well, and I'm going to say, Larry, why do you make everything about yourself? Why not just say, why are there inappropriate?
Well, I mean, but
movies? Why is it all about yourself, dude?
Yeah.
I don't.
Our opinions. I get it. I get what you're saying, John. McDonald's is vile, says Jason.
I don't make everything, I don't make everything about me, maybe, just saying.
We had to sit through you showing us how excited you were about a fucking.
That's for all of you.
Wonder Woman, or no, Snow White cup. Oh, is that for us? That was for us.
That's for all of you. I've saved this for us. I've saved this for like 5 days in a box, and I wanted to put it on my shelf, and I'm just like, I got to show everybody this shit. So it's just
thank you for keeping us in mind.
You're welcome. It's not just for me; it's for you guys too. But and Larry, I saw your comment about David Sterling. So David and I are perfectly fine. I've worked for David Sterling. We've hung out with David Sterling. Or I have hung out with David Sterling. So no, there's something else going on, dude. If you don't know what's going on, shut the fuck up.
Look up a movie called Cold Road. It's a Native American B-movie joyride type. Cold Road. I don't. John, have you ever heard of Cold Road?
No, I think Liam Neeson made a movie called Cold Road, but I don't know.
Yeah. So Cold Road here. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see if this is what Magnetic Cone is talking about here. Boom. So 2023, hour and 40 minutes. On a frozen highway in the remote Canadian North, an Indigenous woman and her dog are hunted by a stranger in a semi-truck. It sounds like Liam Neeson's movie, right? And not much to it. But let's see what the rating. 3.9 out of 10 is not the greatest ratings, but Magnetic Cone, if you enjoyed it, is definitely something we'll add to the list to check out there.
I was hoping the Indigenous person was hunting them. That's what I was.
Sounds like the person in the semi truck is hunting them.
Yeah.
Nightwalker, I miss old slasher movies that showed a lot of boobies. They did. They
standard.
Don't do that so much anymore. Yeah. Jeff says Cold Road is on my list to watch on Shudder. Speaking of Cold, I've been talking about this because this was directed by Billy, who is friends with that Phat Samurai guy. And I've been wanting to see this. So I'm going to just put it up here in case anybody has seen it or may want to see it. But that is this Bone Cold from 2022, hour and 49 minutes. And it is directed by Billy Hansen. It says, psychological thriller. An experienced Black Ops sniper attempts a nightmarish escape after a failed mission, tracked by enemy soldiers hell-bent on revenge and hunted by something sinister and monstrous, hungry and determined. So I started watching it on Tubi, and the commercials were outrageous. So I was looking for it at Zia, which I did not see it there, but maybe I'll try it on. Well, I don't have any of these. I would have to download them. Pluto, Plex, Awesome. But anyways, I started watching it and I was enjoying it, but the commercials were obscene. So I just couldn't finish it. But if anybody wants to check that out and support a indie filmmaker who's on the come up, Bone Cold. I haven't finished it yet though, but I started and I thought it was pretty good so far.
That's how my penis feels during the winter.
Bone Cold.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you hate boobies so much.
I do.
Speaking of boobies you hate, Americana. I think I watched this past week and I don't remember. Did I talk about this last week?
Show
do you recall, John?
Let's see.
Americana with good old Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, you did talk about it, but you didn't bring up anything. I think you just said that you watched it. That was it.
Okay. So the lives of local outsiders and outcasts violently intertwine when a rare Lakota ghost shirt falls onto the black market in a small South Dakota town. So a Lakota ghost shirt it's an old Native American artifact that everybody's kind of fighting over. But it has Sydney Sweeney, Paul Walter Hauser, who's great, Eric Dane, which, man, was this one? It had to have been one of Eric Dane's last movies because he's just recently passed away.
Yeah, he was in Euphoria and then just disappears.
Yeah.
They were still making it.
Yeah, well, no, he had cancer. It was bad. Yeah, he passed away not too long ago. Halsey, I think. Oh, music artist. So she is a singer. I thought Halsey was like.
Oh, I know Halsey. I don't know her music, but yeah, I know of her.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, she was in Maxine. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. But this movie they're trying to be Quentin Tarantino, which I thought they should not have done, but I enjoyed it. It was a bit long, but there he is. Eric Dane right there. Oh yeah, and they go almost like Dukes of Hazzard with the car there. But they really want us to watch Super Troopers. But Paul Walter Hauser, what else was he in? He's so familiar. He played Richard Jewell in the Richard Jewell movie. Paul
Hauser.
He was in Cobra Kai. So he's in 15 episodes of Cobra Kai.
Is he related to Wingshauser with that last name, or Kohlhauser?
That I don't know. He's been acting for a long time. 7 Days to Vegas. So Super Troopers 2 he was in. His career goes way back. All the way to 2010. Oh, he was in Community, one episode of that. Oh, one episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So anyways, but I recognized his face right away when I saw him.
Oh, this dude. Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I just looked him up. Yeah.
But so this kid is very funny. This kid believes he is in this movie, Americana. He believes he is a reincarnation of some like Native American legend. And he's really trying to get the Native American tribe to take him in. And they're like, go away, little kid. That is kind of funny. Eric Dane plays a real dickhead in it. There's a lot of pictures, but most of them are Sydney Sweeney starts as a waitress. But it's definitely worth a watch. I felt like it was a little bit long, and I wish they hadn't tried to go so hard to be like Quentin Tarantino, because there's so much craziness going on that they didn't need to do that. But anyways, Americana, it came out earlier this year. No, or I guess, a couple of years ago now. It says 2023. I wonder if it got delayed and it came out later. Because I don't remember it being that old. But anyways, Americana, I definitely recommend it being worth a watch. I think everybody should check that out. That's another one that I watched this week. Surprisingly enough, I think Sydney Sweeney keeps her clothes on the entire time, which is not a normal for her. That about covers what I watch right there. House of GFM says Paul Walter Hauser was in the new Naked Gun remake with Liam. Oh, okay.
That was funny.
So yeah. How about that? Anything else, John, that you want to talk about?
No.
I'm trying to remember what else. So from Gail, I got this, and the Abyss, which I watched. Oh, and the other one I watched that I was not a fan of, that it kind of offended you, was I didn't even score it. Galaxy Terror. It's like, oh, here comes a evil monster, let's kill him and walk over here. Oh, here comes another evil monster, let's kill him, walk over here a little bit. Oh, here comes another evil monster, let's kill him. I was just over and over and over. I get it, it's an older movie and all that. It was okay, but it's just, I'm not a big monster movie fan. I didn't think it was terrible, but unfortunately I didn't like it as much as I had hoped.
No. Disappointing.
To eat their own.
Yeah, Here, I just put something up that we were going to talk about, but maybe it's too late. I don't know.
Okay. No. Oh, good call, John. No, we completely forgot. So, and I did pimp this on the description down below, which was the creepiest. So John found this, and like scrolling through Facebook and saw somebody put up this question, which was the creepiest movie. And we should have talked about this earlier and let everybody vote. So forgive me for that. But The Grudge, Insidious, Sinister, It Follows, Lights Out, and The Ring. So forgive me. The banner is from last week. I haven't even looked at the banner. It's just scrolling from last week. My bad. But these are all creepy movies. I would say, for me, easily the least creepiest of them all, I think, would be The Ring. John and I kind of talked about picking which one was the creepiest, and then I said, well, maybe also we just rate them. But does anybody, before John and I go into what we think, does anybody have any votes? Nightwalker says Sinister has to be that one. Steven says all great except For It Follows. Interesting. So overrated. Interesting, Steven.
Wow, I've found a new love for that movie.
Yeah, and I was going to guess that John would have, maybe that might have been runner up to your number one choice, but I thought it would either be first or second. But Antona says Insidious. So to me, the creepiest movie on here, in my opinion, there is definitely a top two, and then there's a very clear-cut top three, and then there's three that are in the bottom. And I'll give you my bottom three, and that's The Grudge, Lights Out, and The Ring. And out of that, I would say Lights Out is the best of those three, then The Grudge, then The Ring.
Okay.
Do you have a bottom three there, John?
Yeah, I would probably agree with you. Lights Out, Ring, Grudge, but I do think Lights Out is the best of the bottom three.
Okay, and at Grudge and Ring, I could flip flop on any given day.
I mean, I think Grudge is good. I enjoy it. But here's the
these are all good movies. They're all good,
but movies don't creep me out. I don't find movies scary. I just don't. I mean, I've mentioned this before. I find it funny when, a friend of mine, he goes, I'm claustrophobic. I'm going to go see that Ryan Reynolds movie, Buried, where he's in the costume. I hope my claustrophobia doesn't kick in. You're in a movie theater. You can leave anytime you want. Why would you have claustrophobia? It doesn't make sense to me. That's like saying, oh my God, I saw Jaws. Oh my God. So, I hope I don't get killed in this theater.
But the reason movies are called thrillers is because the audience is supposed to identify with a character. We're rooting for a character, so we're invested in that character. So if that character is scared, we're supposed to be scared for that character, eliciting the thrilling sensation or the creepy sensation. It's like a roller coaster. It'd be like going on a roller coaster going, I know I'm not going to die, so this isn't thrilling to me.
Nope. They have roller coaster accidents all the time. I don't go on roller coasters because of that. Shit's not put together correctly.
So it's you view roller coasters opposite of the way you view the movies. That's funny because for me it's kind of the opposite, where
because it's
roller
a real,
coaster
it's
won't
a real
bother
thing.
me at all. There is a very one-off chance that you could get hurt on a roller coaster.
I mean, when somebody's watching,
I mean, you go to a carnival. Yeah, I'd never ride a carnival ride, but Six Flags typically you're okay.
So you go to the theater and you're watching Gravity with Sandra Bullock. Are you in the theater going, oh my God, I need oxygen tanks. I'm running out of air because she's in space. No, you don't. It's silly.
Yeah, no, but that's not you. You're not necessarily, I mean, you're not grabbing your nose, but you're feeling for her. You're going, no, I don't want this character to die. So it should elicit the intention of it is to elicit an emotional response out of the viewer.
You want to have her get out of space. You want to have her to get back into the ship so she could get home. You want Ryan Reynolds to get out of the coffin so he could be saved. But what I'm saying is when somebody goes, oh, I hope my claustrophobia doesn't kick in. You're not underground, dude.
No. But see, that's a thing where you maybe just your personality is different than a lot of people, because I'm the same way. I cannot watch Buried, Ryan Reynolds. I know about that. A lot of people react to movies like I don't want to go in the fucking water because I saw Jaws. I can't. But that's for me. I get extremely claustrophobic. I can't watch Buried. I saw it once and that's it. The Descent, that's very tough for me to watch because of those little crawl spaces. I start imagining myself being stuck in there and it freaks me the fuck out because I have claustrophobia.
And I get that. I've seen
it's like PTSD. It's like PTSD. Anybody, if you've been to combat and then you start hearing loud,
that's understandable because it's a mental thing. It's you develop that.
But claustrophobia is a mental thing that people have. It is a legitimate illness.
I think it was Ebert and Roper. It was, I don't know who was with Ebert, but they reviewed the movie Open Water. And one of them said when the movie was over, when he exited the theater, he kissed the ground. And I'm just like, you're not in the ocean, dude. No shark was coming to eat you. You're not going to get lost in the movie theater and drown.
But then maybe they're just getting into the movie more than you ever had the ability to do so.
I think it's silly. I don't see a 3D movie and think a knife is going to hit me in the eye.
No,
it's just fun to have the knife coming at you.
It's not about hitting you in the eye. It's about hitting the person you're rooting for in the movie in the eye. And if you're that invested in that character, then you will have an emotional response. That's why people applaud at movies. That's why people cry at movies. It's just a different emotional response.
Well, of course, when the Death Star blows up in A New Hope, you're like, yeah. But I wasn't going like, oh my God, I now can't go onto a Death Star.
Let's move on.
I don't think you're fully getting what I'm saying, because yes, you cheer when the shark and Jaws
I think you're in the vast minority. I think a lot of people would identify with emotional responses to movies, and obviously we see this different, but I do think a lot of people watch. That is what makes Buried so intense, is that he can't get out, and you're like, fuck, I would never. You imagine being in that position and not being able to get out?
That's fine. I remember saying that too when I watched it on my TV, but I didn't go, oh my God, I hope I'm not claustrophobic because of this. I think we're discussing two different things.
It shouldn't make you claustrophobic, but if you are, you'll have a response to it.
You know what you do? You get up and you go take a leak and you come back and you're fine, because it's just a movie. Disagree.
Sean says Insidious is his pick for the most creepiest there. Jeff loves It Follows. Jesse says Sinister is the best. Lights Out the worst. Insidious or Sinister, hard to pick. Was Insidious about aliens? I can't remember. Jesse says it's called Immersion. I think it was about aliens. Insidious was
no,
not
I think
about
he's
aliens.
I think he's referring to our discussion. Immersion.
Immersion. Okay, yes, into the film. Yeah. Never mind me thinking different film. Gotcha, Nightwalker. Okay.
Was he thinking of a movie?
No, I think you're right about immersion
okay.
Getting involved into the film.
Sure.
But just I can't let this go because it's bugging me now. But the idea that you're saying, you just get up and you go to the bathroom and you come back. If there's something like, for example, I have a cousin who was held at gunpoint, robbed. Bank robbery. He was a teller at a bank. He was held at gunpoint. Now he has social anxiety. He has a very hard time going out in public. So if he's watching a movie about somebody getting bank robbed, shouldn't that elicit a response? Because that's an emotional trauma he has. But being claustrophobic is an emotional trauma.
But I think that those are two different things. I think that's me being in two head-on collisions. I've even commented to you in the car, can you slow down? Please don't drive crazy. I've been in two head-on collisions. This is kind of bugging me. And
how is that different from my traumatic response to being claustrophobic?
Because you are watching a movie. You are not in a coffin. You are not underground splunking, and there's creatures roaming around. And I get it, because I've done it with The Descent and another movie called like So Far Up Down. It's
so watching car crashes never affects you. You never have PTSD from seeing car crashes.
I don't like seeing any car wreck in real life. And like that trailer I showed you of the documentary of the girl who ran the car into the wall, that bothered me. But I'm not in the car. I'm not standing on the lawn. That's my point, is I don't think that if you're watching something on the TV, or if you're in, if you're in a theater watching Open Water, why you would go outside. And I know that he's joking or whatever, but one of them is saying, I kissed the ground because I'm happy not to be in the ocean. You were never in the ocean. You were in a movie theater. So that to me is silly. If you were but if you were somebody that was, but if you're attacked by sharks, say you were surfing and your leg was bitten off, and then you watched open water, you would probably be freaked out by that.
The point though is you already have an emotional response to something. I knew before going into Buried that I was claustrophobic. I knew this. I have I remember no, I don't want to get into that. But anyways, one time I experienced claustrophobia where I was stuck and I couldn't move my arms. And I freaked the fuck out. And that's where I learned where I was claustrophobic. So now seeing somebody not being able to do that took me back to that place mentally. And that's what elicits the response, is when you associate something that happened to you and it elicits a mental response. If you just saw a movie about water and you never had any issues with water, it should not elicit that response. But if you had almost drowned and then you see people stuck in water, then that would probably elicit a response, right? Like you got into car accidents. Now you don't like seeing car accidents because you've experienced it, right?
But I think that we are discussing two different things. I'm discussing somebody who literally thinks they are in the coffin. Somebody who literally thinks they are in space.
I think you're probably misunderstanding their comments. For me, and if they said that, they were probably saying, like, for me, if you tell me you want to watch something, you want to watch Buried, I'm going to tell you no, I can't watch Buried, because when I see it, it upsets me. It gets me feeling emotions that I have felt in a claustrophobic moment. And so I don't want to go experience those emotions again. So I may say something like, I don't want to see that. I'm claustrophobic. Obviously I'm not in the grave, but it elicits those responses. So I just wonder, I mean, and maybe we are talking about different things, but in movies, do we not agree that you like movies because they elicit a response? They make us happy, or they make us sad, or they make us scared, or whatever. So maybe some movies do it better for other people than others, some people than others, or something. So I don't know, but I guess we should move on. Magnetic Cone says, make me feel like it could happen to me. Exactly. And in Buried, you're fucking in that thing. And what really got me with Buried was when he decided he was going to turn around. Holy fuck. Man, that was it. I was like goosebumps right fucking now thinking about him trying to turn around and Buried.
He had an itch. I understand what you're saying, which is why I think maybe I'm just not explaining myself well enough. I get that just like Medicone said, that, you see stuff and you think that it could happen to you. Yeah. If some guy dressed as the Joker walks into a Batman movie and starts shooting people in the audience, I'm thinking basically every time I go to a movie theater, because this has happened more than once, that maybe while I'm sitting there watching the film, somebody is going to get up with a gun and shoot me because people are crazy.
That is something that goes through my mind every time I walk into a theater. Anytime somebody comes in behind me, I have to turn back and look at them because of the movie theater shootings.
Yeah. So it's I get that. I understand that. And I also understand like people in retail being shot. I turn people down, getting rid of late fees all the time. And I see some guy who's carrying a gun outside his pants because he can legal carry. I'm thinking, is this guy gonna fucking shoot me?
Imagine how many people carry that you don't know with their concealed carry permits.
Yeah.
But guns have never bothered me. You can walk in like the other day, you and I pointed out that guy came into the Capriati's with like a 9mm on his hip. And I was like, this is why I love Nevada, because you could walk into a Capriati's with a 9mm on your hip. You cannot do that in California. So I like the fact that guns are open carry. They've never bothered me, but
I think
being stuck in a coffin would freak me the fuck out.
Well, okay, so you're watching The Shining. Do you think that you're in snow?
No, it's not about thinking you're there. It's not.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. If somebody goes, oh, well, I'm in the coffin, I'm in space, I'm in snow, I'm at the hotel. No, you're not. You're in a movie theater. Snow at The Shining should not bother you. And maybe unless you're attached by the Yeti, then okay, then maybe.
Well, whoever said those things to you was either one, an idiot, or didn't convey what they were really meaning to say.
Correctly. I get it. When in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when that chainsaw landed on Leatherface's name and he cried out in pain, I teared up. I felt sorry for him, but I didn't think I was there.
I don't know, and this is maybe the psychopath coming out of me. I laugh at that shit. They're horror movies. It's a joke. They're nothing. I've never had you know who I felt bad for in a movie? God, what In the Abyss. I felt terrible for the people in the submarine at the beginning that crashed. I felt terrible for them. You know, they're all these sailors. They're in a submarine and it crashed. They're all gonna die. That's it. You're in a submarine. It's going down. You're dead. These are young sailors who their life is now being taken away. I felt terrible for them. But there was no tears coming out of my eyes or anything. But typically horror movies, I am like even The Shining. I laugh at The Shining. There's no emotional like sadness or anything. They're comedies. Horror is a joke to me.
I cried in Godzilla 1985 when he fell into the volcano at the very end, and he's like, oh, and he's doing his little Godzilla yell, and he falls into the volcano, and the lava comes up. I'm like, no, not Godzilla. But I did not think I was standing on, I was not there witnessing him.
Who would though? Who would?
Because when you stand there, when you're sitting there going, I just saw open water. I am now going outside and kissing the ground that I'm not in water.
So let's take a step back and go, okay, whoever said that, maybe some point in their life, they almost drowned. And so it elicited a response to them that stressed them out, and it took them back to a place they were mentally.
Such a nicer person than I am.
I'm gonna go all liberal asshole college student on you right now. John Ward, I took 3 years of psychology and humanities and stuff while I was in college, and so I know this stuff. I really did study a lot of psychology in college. I've also been to his drinks. But
I sent you a message going, this guy was a fucking asshole, man. He came into he's such a dick. And then your response was,
it wasn't
what day he
no.
You don't he might have broken up with his girlfriend. You don't know. My response to that is fuck him.
No,
I don't care if his girlfriend broke up with him.
You misunderstood my response. The thought is, if somebody comes at you, you don't know what type of day they're having. So the point was, if somebody's having a bad day, they may react one way or another, a different way than they would act if they were having a good day. We don't know what type of day they had because they just entered our world right now, and we're getting this reaction from them. So because of the fact that we don't know what type of day they've had and what may set them off or whatever, the way we interact and handle and deal with people should reflect the unknown of what type of day they're having and what type of personality they have. So it does not excuse or justify them misbehaving or them threatening you or spitting on you or yelling at you, cursing at you. It does not excuse any of that, but it does suggest that we should have our responses adaptive to each situation, not excusing them being wrong. And that was kind of the point of that conversation there. But I do like to try and understand and be a little more forgiving. You are a dick, admit it.
I can be.
Actually, you already did. You already did. I am much nicer. OGP, the nice guy in the bunch here. I'm going to change.
Which is really hard to believe. I mean, especially since I used to be a Democrat. So I mean, that's...
I know. No. So the catch is there's nice, understanding, forgiving, and a lot of people excuse or include being blunt with that. And if I tell you, John, you got a bald head, that doesn't mean I'm talking shit about you. It's an observation. It's a fact. But it is a blunt, it's just a truth. Whether you can handle that truth or not is up to you, not me. And people don't understand blunt and being forward and honest. And sometimes they confuse it with irrational or talking shit or something like that, when it's just an observation. So I will be blunt, and a lot of people can't handle that. And I make no bones about it. So with that being said, I think that was about a 25, 30-minute tangent there. You're welcome. Okay. So we've established The Grudge, Lights Out, and The Ring would be our bottom three. I'm going to write down. We'll do it like this. I'm going to write down my three in order. And so and I'll see if you can guess my three in the order. Because I have written them down. Pen is down. My three are written down on this piece of paper right here. So out of these three, well, first, do you want to write yours down, or you want to just tell me the order yours are in? Mine is already determined. I can't change it.
Mine would be Sinister, It Follows, and then Insidious.
So you think Sinister is the most creepiest?
It is creepy, man. When those people are hanging from the tree and the alligator is eating them. Yeah, that's creepy shit. Yeah, that's disturbing. Yeah. And I now have a new love for It Follows. So so that's gonna be my second, and then Insidious.
Okay, that is very interesting, because I know how where you view the Insidious franchise. So here's mine in order. What I think is most creepiest is,
well, wait, you're gonna let me do it, right? You're gonna let me guess?
Okay. Oh, well, I showed him already. Did you see him?
No,
it was kind of small. Okay. So guess what you think, what order you think I would put them in.
Well, since you already you crossed out The Grudge, Lights Out, and The Ring, yes. I'm going to say that you are Sinister, Insidious, then It Follows.
Okay, close. I put Insidious on top, then Sinister, then It Follows. And the reason Insidious, now Sinister has the same thing because there's kids involved, but in Sinister there are some great kind of like jump scare things going on there. But Insidious, because of the child being involved, that hits a special place for me, having kids of my own.
Because you like seeing them being tortured.
I do. I love torture. I love torturing kids.
As you should.
Other people's kids, not my own.
Stuff with the little children.
Kids. But it's a very tough choice for me. Insidious and Sinister are both fucking intense movies, and It Follows is great too. I just don't think Insidious and Sinister have these moments that are like bum bum in your face, holy fuck. It Follows has that, but it's more of a methodical kind of creeping thing versus these really not jump scares, but jump cringe kind of things.
Yeah, I would rather watch Insidious over Sinister, and it has nothing to do with it being creepy. I just like that series, and there are only two, Sinister, and there's a bunch of Insidious, but and I think that they're better made. But Sinister just has that footage that he watches, and everything in there is just like, oh shit, when you're watching it, it's like, oh damn, But I never got that feeling out of Insidious. I just like the idea that here's the house in real life, here's the house in the further, and it's the same house but just lit differently with smoke, and it's like, oh, what a really clever, cheap way to do this. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's a one location thing that you're doing two different ways. Change some lighting and there you go. But the emotion that they go through when the kid goes into the further, that fucking hits me hard. But Insidious and Sinister, maybe tomorrow I might flip that coin. I might go the other way. But It Follows would definitely be third on the list here. But It Follows is there. All 6 of these movies are good.
I'm surprised the Conjuring's not on here.
Yeah, that is one you could definitely put, because the Conjuring, for me, it would be Insidious, Sinister, Conjuring. In fact, I think Conjuring I would look at more creepy because of again the hanging on the tree and that type of stuff. I think Conjuring would probably be my number one, and then Insidious, Sinister, flip a coin on those. But with that being said, we have Insidious Out of the Further coming out less than a month from now. Are you planning on rewatching any of the Insidious movies in preparation for the new one?
So. Okay. I'll go see the new one, but I don't think I need to rewatch them.
Okay. You watched them not too long ago and reviewed them with like Jonathan or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I rewatched them not too long ago as well, but Insidious and The Conjuring, those are movies I could watch over and over. And I rewatched Sinister recently, but I didn't get to Sinister 2. So I may rewatch that because somebody was mentioning that they didn't think it was as good. And where I was like, Sinister 2 may be as good as the first, or like damn close to it. But I think I in the future here, in the near future, I do want to rewatch Sinister 2. And I do think I want to watch all the Insidious movies again before going in to the new.
I don't think Insidious 2 is as good as the first one, but it's still good. It's a good sequel.
Oh, I meant Sinister. Did I say Insidious? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I think that you were saying earlier on that you wanted to watch. You watched Sinister, but you hadn't watched Part 2 yet because somebody said it wasn't as good.
Yes, and so Sinister 2, I do want to rewatch. Insidious, I want to watch them all. Yeah.
And by the way, Nightwalker does say, OGP, your farts in John's apartment were blunt. There you go.
This is true. It
is. You talk when OGP comes to my apartment, that gives me PS. What is it? PSTD,
PTSD. Yeah. John, tell them that you have never farted and grossed me out with your stinky mildew smelling ass. Tell me that you've never done that.
When?
In your apartment. You were laughing so hard. Tears were coming out of your eyes because you were like, oh, payback. And you were like crying.
That was like so one happy. Out of 1,000. You had like 1,000 compared to mine one.
It has happened.
I'll even say maybe 2. Because I'm a gentleman. I am polite. I'll keep my farts in me until I go to the restroom and then just let them rip. But it's like you're like from the freaking barrio, man. You're like out there eating donkey.
Wow. This is fucking racist. I don't think you understood what the barrio was when you said it right there. I think you meant no ill intent toward Latinos. Like the barrio is a area. It's a Mexican community. It's
Latino
like so does Jaws fart smell like hot wet trash? Mildew. It smelled like mildew.
No, my farts
moldy
actually
death.
Smell very nice. They
oh yeah.
That's why I think like Sydney Sweeney and I would get along great because her farts probably smell like roses, and my farts smell like blueberries, type of thing. So or maybe even chocolate.
But wait a minute. Last time I remember we were having this conversation and I was telling you everybody enjoys their own flavor. You said no. You said no, you don't know.
No.
So you wouldn't enjoy your own flavor, but you would enjoy Sydney Sweeney's?
If it was Sydney Sweeney, sure, why not? Yeah.
I don't think.
Are you kidding? She could rip the rankiest fart ever, like the worst I've ever had. And I would still say it was beautiful. If it meant that we had sex, then it would be beautiful.
Fluffy, are you saying that because of commercials? I put the commercials on the lowest possible thing. Is that why? Is there a lot of commercials? If everybody's getting a lot of commercials during these streams, please let me know, because I hate that the commercials bombard you all. If they are, I need to know. So is that what you're referring to, Fluff, with the like watching a movie on Tubi, or is it John and I being dramatic?
Being an old married couple.
So
Greg would say.
Yeah. Anything else we got to talk about tonight? Nightwalker would put up with Sydney Sweeney gas as well. Did you see Sydney Sweeney? One thing that I love about Sydney Sweeney is that she is taking advantage of the money she's made, and she's living her life. She's always on these adventures. Her and her boyfriend just got on this gigantic bungee cord thing and jumped off this massive bridge. She's like doing all this crazy stuff in Australia. She's like all over the world, living out the adventurous life that a lot of us would like to live if we had that type of money. So helicoptering around and stuff like that. So I love the fact that she's just not, oh, I got my money, I'm going to go sit on my castle on the top of the hill.
She's a businesswoman. That's what I like about her. That's, well, one of many things that I like about her. But it's like she has her own lingerie company, and she's
definitely not her boobs. We know you don't like the boobs.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
but what are you going to do? But it's you can go. I follow her on Instagram, and it's just her in lingerie. It's just her lingerie company. And it's like she's
I know she posts that a lot.
Yeah, and it's just like good for you. I mean,
it's like Conor McGregor and his proper whiskey or proper 12 whiskey. He posted about that all the time. Well, he sold his interest in that, and now he's got this other beer or something that he's promoting, and he promotes that all the fucking time. So more power to you. If you have that type of following, post shit that's going to help make you money, or help make other people money that you care about. Good for him. Fluffy says too many. Mario's had 4. Sean's had 3. Magnetic Cone says not a lot. Just got another ad. Okay. Yeah. So 4 of total in 2 hours and 46 minutes isn't too bad. I have it set at the minimum. But I will set it next week. I will just take off mid rolls at all. So maybe you just have to see one at the beginning and then move on. But we'll go from there. We'll try that. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Here's the problem. John and I like to do this, and getting some of the ad revenue helps us do things like buy movies or like, some of our adventures and stuff like that. And so I hate turning off the ad revenue. But at the same time, I hate losing viewers more. I would rather have you all here than have you leave because of fucking commercials. So that's always something. It's always a work in progress with that. So John Ward, we will convene after Spider-Man, have a conversation about that on Thursday. Are you going to do a review on it? We're not sure yet, or probably not.
Well, I have a video coming out tomorrow. It's a little over 3 hours, and it's my Spider-Man video where I look at all the movies that are Spider-Man. But realizing that there are like extended versions and edited versions of a few of them, I'm going to rewatch those, and then maybe I'll do something with the new Spider-Man in there. I'm not sure. If you want to get together and do a review, that's fine. We could do that. I don't want to do the car reviews anymore. I think those are so stupid. I don't know where that started. I started to do that, and I don't like it. I don't like just sitting in there. I'd rather be here in good light. And
well, for me, it's the reaction. People like seeing your instant reaction to stuff, and that's where I got into doing them. And some of them I did were getting thousands and thousands of views, and then others that I was doing were getting no views. So I didn't understand what was making one get views and one not, and that's why I gave up on them. Balzer wants me to do them, and so here's my thought. by the time that I've driven home from the theater, usually I've had time to marinate on the movie and my opinions start to change. Like, fuck you and your Coors Light, asshole. I'll be over here with my water. So I was talking to Fluffy Gamer and Alex Leba a couple nights ago, and Fluffy had mentioned, he's like, well, you didn't like Backrooms. And my initial reaction to Backrooms was like a negative one. Like, it was long, kind of boring at parts. But as I marinated on it, I've liked it more, I think, than I initially did when I walked out of the theater. So that's what's kind of interesting, is walking out of the theater when it's fresh, before you've had time. Quit reading his comments, John. Just stop. Just ignore him.
Larry, dude, go fuck yourself, man. There is no God. You know there isn't. Go screw yourself.
Yeah. So, as even from like right out of the theater to a half hour later, when I get home and can sit down, because then you have other information. I can look at IMDb. I can look at other people's thoughts. The fresh out of the theater is your thoughts, you alone, nobody else impacting your thoughts. And I think people like that. And so the reaction reviews are what people like. My problem is my memory sucks so bad now that without having a list of the names of the characters in the film and stuff, I go, I liked it. It was good. I thought it was fun. I'm not giving you anything about the movie. And so that's part of me having my memory suck ass with names and stuff. So I don't want to. That's why I've kind of quit doing those. But
well, in my opinion, it's changed. Like when I saw Jurassic World Rebirth, I hated it.
Yeah.
And then I
watched
exactly. It, and I watched it on Blu-ray, and it was the extended version. I'm like, oh shit, this is probably my second favorite one. So it's like, now do I go back and do another review saying that I did like it because the review out of the theater said I hated it?
Yes. So, you just reminded me of something that I wanted to mention.
I like everybody here but Larry.
Yeah, well, let's if we don't like somebody, we ignore them. Okay, please. That's what we do. If we don't like them, we just ignore them. And Larry, no attacking John, please. I don't want to have to block you, Larry. But okay, so I commented on Nerdrotic's video, and now I can't find it. I was going to bring up a comment somebody said, somebody who apparently watches us and also watches Nerdrotic, because I was bitching about on the video Nerdrotic did with Critical Drinker and Piers Morgan, and then there was that guy Mark. I said Mark's a clown, because he's trying to say, oh, you have this and that in the movies and stuff. And I said, I just want movies without your political agenda. Somebody responded basically going, from the guys that praised Uwe Boll's movie. What's the new one?
What's Citizen Vigilante?
Citizen Vigilante. He said, from the guys who praise Uwe Boll's movie just because of its political agenda, like kind of like very hypocritical. One, I always reserve the right to be a hypocrite and change my opinion. That will happen. I totally reserve the right to be a hypocrite. We all have the right to be hypocrites. Every single person on this planet, in some sense or another, is going to be somewhat of a hypocrite about things. So, that being said, when we talked about Uwe Boll's movie, I've not seen it. I cannot praise a movie I haven't seen. John, on the other hand, has seen it. John praised the movie, but not just for the political aspects of it. You thought it was a good movie, did you not?
Yeah, it's a good vigilante movie. Yeah, just like Death Wish and The Exterminator and stuff. Yeah.
So now the hypocritical part, where I accept the criticism is that we do like the politics of that movie, where we don't like the politics of Snow White, but we do like the politics of that movie. But I think the difference is that, and maybe some people can go, well, excuses on your differences. But the difference would be with Uwe Boll's movie, which I still have not seen. I want to, but I haven't, is that this is real people dying from these illegal immigrants in Europe that are going around killing. We just had another one in Berlin yesterday. A guy screaming Allah Akbar drove his car through a gay pride. And what karma there, because the gay pride people saying, no, we love Muslims, we want free Palestine. And then what do you get? You get the Palestine guy driving his car through your parade. So let's take our heads out of our asses here a little bit and realize that the Muslims don't like the people involved with the pride festivals, but
they don't like the gays.
Yes. So people are being killed. There's a difference between politics and real people being killed. I don't want your politics, because I don't care that what's her name was so brave and she cut her tits off and now she identifies as a man. No, sorry, the page. You're not a man. You're still a woman. You just don't have tits. Okay. A lot of women don't, because of they get mastectomies so they don't get breast cancer and stuff. That's fine. That doesn't make them men. Doesn't make you a man. That's the shit we don't want in our movies. We don't want your agenda. We don't want to be forced to accept these fantasy non-realities as reality. Just because the fucking idiot I saw wearing a dog mask and barking is acting like a dog doesn't make him a dog. Oh, I identify as a dog. No, you might identify as a dog. The rest of us identify you as a retard. That's the truth. And that's what we don't want. We don't want that. But when it comes to real people being killed, praise Uwe Boll for making this movie, and praise Elon Musk for having a voice supporting it. That's what I want to say about that. My rant done. Go with yours, John.
Well, and that's the thing with bringing up Elliot Ellen Page is I don't understand how women can accept this, because there are women out there who have died, from breast cancer. There are women who have lost a breast or two breasts. There are women who have to wear fake breasts because they lost both their breasts. And for, I think, women to accept that somebody would remove their breasts because there's something psychologically wrong with them, to say, I am a man. And guaranteed, if you look at Ellen Page from a couple of years ago on the red carpet to Elliot Page today on the red carpet, they are two totally different people. She was a cute woman. She moved like a woman. She wore a dress. She did everything. She went along there in the way that a woman would. Now you have Elliot Page, who's looks like, he's wearing his dad's suit and is wandering around completely clueless of where to go. And it is doing some weird walking thing. Like, I think this is what a man walks like instead of walking like a woman. They are two totally different people. It doesn't. What
did you say? This suit? What did you say? The what's his name from the Talking Heads?
It looks like she's wearing the suit from the guy from Talking Heads. That giant suit that he wears on stage.
So true. I was dying when I read that. So true.
Yeah, and it's what I love with Elon Musk. Elon Musk for president. That's all I got to say. Is there was a guy on X who said, Elon, please give Mel Gibson $100 million to make a historically correct Odyssey movie. And Elon responded and wrote, I'm on it.
Yeah. So, but instead of giving him $100 million, Elon's making his own with Grok. That's okay.
But it's he wants to do the Odyssey is what he's going to do.
Yeah.
But it's this acknowledgement of, and the fact that he just responds to just somebody. I think the guy even wrote down below, oh my God, something like that. Yeah. But it's none of this stuff makes sense. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning of Citizen Vigilante, a mother and child are in the store. They buy something. They walk outside. They're laughing, having a great time. And an illegal immigrant comes up to her with a giant ass butcher knife, stabs her in the neck, blood gushes out, and she dies, and the guy leaves. This shit happened.
Yeah.
He took that from a real event.
Yeah. Like
and
a
a
girl
lot
on
of
a
these
train,
people,
right?
yeah, the girl on the train, the guy who almost got his head cut off because the illegal immigrant jumped on his back. I mean, this is real stuff that he is talking about. And what kills me with people who don't like Uwe Boll is they only see his couple movies. They see House of the Dead or Alone in the Dark. Yeah, they're bad video game movies. But when you watch stuff like Attack on Wall Street or Auschwitz or any of these other movies where he's very serious and talking about serious issues, these are good movies. I mean, he has Attack on Dawn 4, which was very good, but he puts violence in them to show you this is violence. This is what happens if the government in Africa goes into a tribe and guns them all down. There's going to be blood.
Yeah.
And that's what he shows. So it's he does it on purpose. He's not a troll. He's not stupid. He actually has a doctorate. He actually technically is Dr. Uwe Boll. I mean, and if you ever watch any documentaries with him, he's got a ton of books all around, history books, medical books, everything. He's not stupid. He's a smart guy. And that's why I back him and why I love interviewing him, because he's not stupid,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's where, the cool thing for you is that you have had the chance of interviewing him and getting to know him better than most people do. And I think that I think more people would give him a lot more respect had they had the same interaction or watched more videos, of him or with him and stuff. Sorry, I am trying to scroll at the same time at the through Nerdrotic's videos to see if I can find that specific video. It was Nerdrotic on let's see if we can find Nerdrotic on Piers Morgan here. It was this one. So I just it had his hard to tell. He does his thumbnails are great, but sometimes it is hard to figure it out. So so I wrote we'll just pull it up here right here. I'll show everybody. So, and this is us, being honest and not hiding from anything, not running from things, but so here I said right here, OGP right here, 8 days ago, the problem we have is that we don't want political agendas in our movies. Again, Mark is a clown, because I write down here before I called Mark a clown. These guys praised an Uwe Boll movie solely for politics, is what Adam Gates said. So it's not solely for the politics, but it's a different level of politics. It's human lives being lost versus we don't want to acknowledge somebody with purple hair, being on opposite.
No, because these people support Somalis, and Somalis are pirates. And pirates have taken over our ships and killed people on the on these ships, and they're Americans.
Yeah,
very true. And then we have all that freaking money with them, and
Yeah. Well, and irregardless of whether their nationality, whoever's killed, an innocent life being taken is never okay. But so it's if anybody wants to see it on Nerdrotic Daily. The Odyssey is jarring. Nerdrotic, critical drinker on Piers Morgan, uncensored. This, and John, I know you've seen this video, but this is a very interesting conversation.
I have seen that. Yeah.
5 out of 6 people. Yeah. 5 out of 6 people on this panel make sense. Even if I don't agree with all of them, Mark is just a fucking moron. So, but the Odyssey is jarring on Nerdrotic Daily. And if you don't know by now, come on. Obviously, you got to know John and I are pretty big fans of Nerdrotic and really typically tend to agree with a lot of things that Nerdrotic says or feels. So, but anyways, that was a great video.
Yeah, yeah. And Mark is just this. If you watch that, he's just shaking his head. He's just shaking his head to everything.
Because
And
he can't respond. It's just, yeah, it's all Black Lives Matter. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Sorry, I cut you off. I got excited there. Go ahead.
yeah, no, these people are absolutely ridiculous. If you can't tell me if you can't define what a woman is, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear from you, because it's very simple of what it is. If you can't tell me there's only two sexes and you say there's 100, I don't really want to talk to you. There's no point. I mean, you can pretend to be a man or a woman. You can pretend to be a horse. You can pretend to be a sofa. That's fine. Just leave other people out of it. Especially
identify as a sofa.
I'm telling you. Well, and that's the thing is Piers Morgan, he did have this big, like, liberal on there, like huge trans supporter. He was also on there with a black woman who sides with him. And he asked the black woman, he says, because it was like Women's International Day or something like that. And he's okay, because they just had a guy who claimed that he identified as a woman. They put him into a woman's prison, and he ended up raping and beating a few of the women in there. And he was lying, of course. And so he's like, okay, so why can't I then identify as a black lesbian? And the black woman like almost fell out of her chair laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the woman that sat there and said trans people can say whatever they want, then said, well, that's not realistic. Yeah. You can't do that. And he's like, why not? If a man could say that they're a woman could say that they're a man, or somebody could say that they're non-binary, which is nothing. Why can't I say that I'm a black lesbian?
Yeah.
And she couldn't answer it. Absolutely could not answer it.
And that's what we just have to get past all this fantasy land shit and get back to normal society. We do have somebody at the door. And forgive me for that, Sean, noting that Pumpkinhead was standing outside the door there. Nightwalker, thank you for correctly identifying the page. How did the page get a part in the Odyssey anyways? Because they had to check a box. It literally, they came out and said the page and the black girl, they needed to check those boxes so they could qualify for award shows.
Yeah, and include John Leguizamo on that. So you have black, trans, and Hispanic. And Elliot Page's character isn't even in the Odyssey or the Iliad. He's actually in, or that character is in a different poem. Yeah. They removed Achilles from the story in the movie and put her in it.
Yeah.
So so when Matt Damon goes to Hades, that's who he is talking to, is the page, and instead of Achilles, which might have been a nice little cameo by Brad Pitt, but they chose to go that way because they're checking off boxes to get that Academy Award nomination. Yeah. There were no Hispanics 3,000 years ago in Greece. There were no trans people in 3,000 years ago in Greece. And there were no black people 3,000 years ago in Greece. You know what people were in Greece? People that are Greece. People that are Greece. People that are Greek.
A bunch of Antonises running around there is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And there isn't one of them in the movie. Not one.
Yeah. Yeah. John, I want to address something here real quick, and I'm going to ask you, just let me speak on this, and please do not address this. I would like to say this and be done with this. Okay. Larry says, I try to be as civilized as I can. OGP, hopefully you believe me when I say that. Larry, I do believe you. I do believe that you also don't understand that you bring up God a lot, and you bring up your dislike for R-rated movies. You bring up a lot of things that you don't approve of that we all love and we talk about. It can become annoying to people hearing that constant God this and constant R-rated movies are bad, or this is bad, whatever. You be you, Larry. We don't want you not to be you. You have the values you have, but if you want to be part of the conversation, which we love having you here, you're always such a great supporter of the channel. You always come and hang out with us, but we need to take the religious aspects out of the picture. We don't need to hear, because essentially when you're saying, oh, I don't do that, essentially you're sitting here calling us heathens. And if you're looking at that, looking at us as heathens, then what we don't want that. Okay. So please, Larry, leave that stuff out, because if it continues too much, I will kind of have to ignore you. We'll have to put you in timeout. Okay. I don't want to do that, but we got to get past this stuff. Okay, Larry, we just cannot go on with the religious stuff. And to answer the question, yes, I am religious. John is not. And there's that. And because of that, we don't talk about it. We don't get into it. We live our lives, and when we have different outlooks and views, and we hope for different things. So just, we don't deal with it here. This is fun. We're having a good time. Sometimes we're bitching about the page or people checking boxes on movies, but this is not the place for religion. So Larry, this is the last. I don't want to have to talk about this or beat you over the head with it. We just got to move on from it. And we're done. That's all we're saying about it. We're moving on. Please understand, Larry, and keep that in mind for future reference. And let John not feel attacked, because he shouldn't have to. So I think we can move on for that, unless you disagree with anything I said, John.
No, but I'll make this quick. It's Larry, you're probably a really nice guy. Obviously I've never met you, but I do agree. The religious stuff becomes too much. And I am an atheist, but yet I can accept people believing in God. That's fine. That's what they want to do. In the same way that I hope that they accept that I don't. But constantly bringing up things like, I don't like, I think this is bad. This is bad. It makes, like OGP said, it makes us look bad, and we're not bad. And it's, you say that you don't watch certain films, but yet something like Passion of the Christ is probably the most violent movie ever made. But yet, as I'm sure you've probably watched that. And you could believe in God, you could do all that type of stuff, but please just stop with if we're saying, well, we like Pringles, and then all of a sudden you go, I hate Pringles. What's the point? Nobody cares. It's just, it's not adding anything to the conversation. Maybe say, instead of I hate Pringles, say, oh, I prefer Ruffles. And then, oh, I like Ruffles too. Now we can continue with the conversation. They say with improv, you're never negative. You keep moving forward in a positive way. Otherwise it stops. And I get negative on here because I do feel that it's too much and that I get attacked. And it's so I attack you back because that's who I am. I'm also Sicilian. So, I'm going to attack you back. So it's
and we just want to have fun. That's it.
Yeah. But
That's
just
it.
please chill out.
Okay.
That's what we're asking.
Okay. Thank you, John. And yes, so Larry, we hope that you understand. And you mentioned it, and I just saw this for the first time. You've been talking about it. I haven't seen it, but you mentioned Pringles, and holy fuck.
Oh, this skit is
so funny.
So people don't know, this is the director of Obsession. This is Curry Barker. He has these skits. That's a Bad Idea YouTube channel. This is a very, very funny skit.
Yeah. No, when the roommate comes, the look he gives, and I love it's the dude that's in Obsession, and it's the fact that those guys are roommates, they're good friends, and they're carrying each other along in this journey is great. I love the fact that Obsession was made by a bunch of friends too. But the look on his face, and we don't need to spoil it for everybody. Go watch That's a Bad Idea videos, because oh my God, that was so funny. Just, you knew it was going to happen, but the look on the friend's face and his face, and he's just like, dude, why'd you do it? And the friend's like, oh my God, dude. so funny. Oh yeah. No, Dorito Pringles minis. No, Nightwalker. They're real. That's a real thing. I don't know if they're still around or if it was like a limited time thing, but that was a real thing. Yes. So you mentioned that and I had to laugh. But the other thing, and I didn't mean to laugh when you were starting, but the first comment from Balzer all night long is heathen. I haven't heard that since I was called that as a kid. So yeah, no, we're all heathens. It is what it is. What are you going to do? But so anyways, there we are, off the rails, full speed ahead into land of, we're not in the land of illusion, we're in the land of anti-inclusion offensiveness. That's our new Phil Collins Genesis song. This is the land of anti-inclusion. I love that song. What a great song. In the video, The Land of Illusion, where the little puppets in the White House and everything, the Ronald Reagan launching the nukes and stuff. Yeah. So good. Man, I wish Phil Collins was still, wish he didn't get sick. I mean, he's old, but I don't know if he has Parkinson's or whatever he's got going on where he can't really perform anymore. But I would have loved to have seen him in concert.
Man, if you put him on drums, he'd be just speeding through them. I mean, he'd be like the fastest drummer alive.
Wow. So I don't feel as bad for my comment earlier that I'm not even going to remind you what I said. That
I mean, put halfway, him and Michael
it
J.
came
Fox
halfway out of my
and
mouth, and it was like, oh,
competition
fuck.
there.
Jesus Christ. We're all going to hell. So there's that. So
you live in California, so you're already there.
I know, right? I am in hell. It's funny. I was watching Bulleit Blake's video earlier tonight. They were talking about gas prices in a movie, and they were talking about how in whatever movie they were watching, gas was 69 cents a gallon. And so I mentioned here in California, it's still over $5. I paid like $5.09 for gas. And they're like, God damn. And I was like, yeah, I know. This is the price we pay for living in paradise. It might have been paradise in the 80s, but it's not. We miss you, Jerry Brown. Or was that his name? Was that? I think Jerry that was Brown. The last Republican. Yeah. Let's see here. We're all aliens. No, it is very possible that a little speck
we're
of
all
life
aliens on
planet.
stolen land.
No mention of the prequel to Smokey and the Bandit that's being made. Yeah, I saw something about that. It's a prequel, so I saw it, and at first I was like, "Oh," and then I saw that they have somebody else playing Buford T. Justice, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to swallow the idea of somebody else playing Buford T. Justice, because, and forgive me, why am I forgetting his name? Right, Jackie Gleason is a one of a kind. Nobody can be Jackie Gleason. So it's like, for me, the first, and hopefully I'll like it when it comes out, but when I first saw the TV show Hannibal and I saw Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter, I was like, harumph, and I turned that shit off. And then I went back and I learned to love Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter, when the GOAT is Anthony Hopkins, obviously. But I saw that and I did not click on it or watch anything to do with it because I saw a different Buford T. Justice. So are you a Smokey and the Bandit fan, John Ward?
Massive. I'm a huge Burt Reynolds fan. Yeah. And I used to have a huge crush on Sally Field. It's what I would like to see is them do some sort of producer's cut or something of Smokey and the Bandit 3, because that was completely redone. It was originally called Smokey is the Bandit. But
that doesn't even have Burt Reynolds, right?
He does a cameo. He does a quick cameo.
And that's all about what, Cooter, right? Or is that his name in it? No, not Cooter. That's Dukes of Hazzard. Cletus. Or no, is Cletus the dog? Who's Smokey and the Bandit?
The Bandit is Jerry Reed, Snowman.
Jerry Reed.
I'm sorry. Bandit is
Snowman and
Cletus.
Cletus.
is the guy driving the truck,
and Cletus is the dog, right?
But that sounds right. Yes. But in the third one, because Burt Reynolds didn't want to do it, and they paid him a buttload of money to do like a 1 day's work of a cameo.
Yeah.
The sheriff has to transport a fake shark cross country.
Oh.
And
but that has Cletus in it, or fuck me, Snowman in it though, right?
It has everybody but Burt Reynolds. Yeah. Well, I don't think Sally Fields is in it either. But
yeah.
But yeah, I loved Smokey the Bandit. I even watched the fake TV show that came out called Bandit when they were doing Xena, Hercules, the new Kung Fu, The Legend Continues, Tech War, the William Shatner thing, and there was Bandit. And they had 4 2-hour movies.
Huh.
And it was a different guy, different thing entirely, but the idea was the same. No, I am not on that.
Does it make you jealous that I've been to Texarkana? And I've been to Atlanta. I've been to both ends of that.
Well, Texarkana, yeah, because that's where the town
that's where they're going. They got a long way to go, a short time to get there. They're going to do what they say can't be done. They're going to go to Texarkana, and what are they going to pick up? A truckload of Coors banquet beer. Why were they going to pick that up, John Ward? Do you remember Smoking the Bandit trivia, which is actually real life, true stuff?
I know.
So they had to pick up a truckload of Coors banquet beer because Coors only brewed west. They brewed in Colorado, and you could only sell it west of the Mississippi because of like different laws about alcohol and stuff east of the Mississippi. So it was not allowed to be over there. So it was actually, like illegal. What do they call that stuff that's illegal that you can't have? But anyways.
The contraband or
contraband. Yeah. It was like contraband. Okay. Yeah. They weren't allowed to have it over there. So, and that was a real law, a real thing for a while. There was no Coors over there. But I've been to Atlanta. I've been to both ends of that ride.
Nice. So
I do love Smoking the Bandit as well. My older brother, who's passed away, that was his favorite movie of all time. He could quote the entire movie. But it doesn't get any better than Buford T. Justice walking out of the bathroom with the toilet paper following him along. How funny was that?
You're just not going to get that sense of humor these days. You're not going to get him calling his son a retard. When I get home, I'm going to slap your mama. It's
square in the mouth. Yeah, no, I know. That is the funniest fucking line in history. Every time I see it, I laugh before it comes out. So I never actually get to hear it because I'm already laughing before he says it. I'm going to slap your mama. Or I think he actually says, I'm going to punch your mama square in the mouth.
Because his son is so dumb.
There is no way you came from these loin.
It's not going to
so
happen,
fucking
man.
funny.
No.
And House of G-Fam, that Trans Am was amazing. And the Trans Am inspired the very first car I ever owned was a 77 Camaro. And I almost bought the Trans Am with the big, bird on the hood and everything. But, and it was a 454 cubic inch V8. Oh my God, this thing was so fast. Would have been my first car, but it had a transmission leak. So my dad wouldn't let me buy it, which is a good thing. Dodged a bullet. But I bought a 77 Camaro, which Camaro, Firebird, Trans Am, all the same body, just different headlights, taillights, pretty much. So yeah, my first car was like a Smokey and the Bandit, and it was because of the movie Smokey and the Bandit.
Nice.
So yeah, love Jerry Reed. Christian, let's see. Larry enjoys good snacks while watching a movie. We all do. Yes, too much. So yeah, the Trans Am I would love to have. Oh, I know. No, I know. And that's where it's like with Knight Rider, when they brought Knight Rider back, you can't, I understand the old car, it doesn't work now, but a new car just doesn't have that same nostalgia, that same vibe. It's one heck of a first car. I know, Nightwalker. And I had T-tops too. It was a T-top Camaro, and I sold it, and I regret it eternally. So look at this, Skyla chiming in. What's up, Skyla? It must be like it's a sun coming up over there. I've joined this a bit late. I'm just chilling, watching the sunrise. Oh, that's funny. The sun is coming up over there. Hope you and John are well. We are, Skyla, and hopefully you are well. Skyla, is, I was seeing some stuff, has been sober for a long time now. And Skyla, picture you posted, you've lost a bit of weight too. Looks like Skyla's really taking care of her health, and we are very happy for her on that aspect. And hopefully you're doing very well over there in Benidorm. No, still in Benidorm. Yeah. We love Skyla. We miss Skyla. Skyla used to jump on, but she's been just doing different things and stuff, and so haven't been able to make that happen in a while. John, anything else we need to talk about now? Any other rants where we're just about to end the show, and then 45 minutes later we'll go like, damn, I really gotta pee, because it's I've been holding the tip here for a while now, pinching it off so I don't pee on the floor.
I normally keep,
but I kind of gotta go now. Oh, is that all it takes? You fit 13 inches into a clothespin?
It's a pretty big clothespin.
Oh, okay. I thought it's not small, it's thin. It's not small. You wouldn't know that reference though, would you? No. It's not small, it's thin. Yeah.
I don't know.
I know you don't. I would look it up, but
Skyla left another message.
It's Deuce Bigalow. I just
God, it's a horrible movie.
Yes, I've lost weight, have a new job in Benidorm, still trying to release new single called You in That Uniform. Are you doing singing now, Skyla? I didn't know that. Yeah, I'd love to hear like if you got like a copy or something, or some way we could listen to it. I would love to hear that, Skyla. But that's awesome. Sounds like things are going well for you, Skyla. We love to hear that. Make sure you pee in the bowl, not on John's floor. Well, worst case, Ontario, I got a trash can over here. I could go in there if I had to. I just keep it right below me here. Do you have your emergency? Because I mean, technically, you could just go and nobody would know. That is a perfect. That's what you bought that for. You put it on the floor right below you, and you pee in that thing. That's what you do with that.
Never.
Yeah, there's been a mistake. Did you say steak? John, you need to give Deuce Bigalow another shot.
No, you know what you need to give is A Haunted House another chance. I watched it. First of all, I'm not going to watch that because it's stupid. It's all it is Frank Garden, male prostitute from Saturday Night Live from the 70s, and all he did was Deuce Bigalow, male gigolo. It was called that because it rhymes. So no, I'm not going to give that a chance. No.
Man, I forget the actor's name. Does it say it here? No, I don't think it does. I'm going to see if I can pull this up really fast since we're on it right here.
Meow. No gigolo. Male prostitute.
I'm just taking care of his fish.
I bet you are.
Okay, we can't get copy.
Sex with her.
I got to get to the part.
I'm sure you do.
Can you hear it at all over there? Because the volume on this is low.
What do you think of this? You think I can get anything for it? You know, money?
I don't know.
Yeah, you think I'm a loser, don't you?
I don't. This is meant to be comedy. This is meant to be.
I'm having to skip ahead.
I don't know, man. Seems a little fruity.
Okay, I can't. Yeah, no, it's fucking funny. So it's this crazy cop who was he's so obsessed with, because Deuce Bigalow, the male gigolo, he's the resource on sex. He knows everything about it because he's the gigolo. So the cop is like wanting to know, does he have a chance with the size of his penis? He's like, it's not small, it's thin. John, this movie's amazing. Give it another chance.
So's The Haunted House, and he had me turn it off within 3 minutes.
You said we'll put it on. If you don't like it, we'll turn it off. And I didn't tell you to turn it off. You turned it off because I wasn't laughing when you said the funniest part of it had gone by and I didn't have a reaction.
when he's running up and down the street holding his dog and screaming like a little girl. That's fucking funny, man. That is hilarious stuff.
But I've seen that stuff, that slapstick goofiness with that.
And I've seen people talk
Wayans
about their
brothers.
penis many times in movies. So why do I need to see
What?
it with Deuce Bigelow?
What movies?
That's like, why don't I just
John
watch
Ward?
Paul Blart? You know, nobody who's named Paul Blart. Nobody's
What
named.
is wrong with Paul Blart?
It's awful. What are you talking
kid.
about?
I kid. I think I saw the first one. Is that the one with what's in Kevin
James? Yeah.
James? Yeah, first one was kind of funny. I never seen the second one.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Wow, great. He's named Blart, so we can go along with Mall Cop. Great. That's funny.
Do you even like movies, John?
I like good ones.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Man,
I like funny
we love
ones.
Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider's trying to get Muslims out of Texas right now.
Well, that I like. Yeah, that I do. Yeah.
It's cringy how he's been in the gym. He's buffing up like Carrot Top now. It's very cringy looking. But anyways, let's go home. I've got I still stream now and again. Skylar, you know what? And I wish I watched more YouTube. I just never have the time. It's on your YouTube channel. Your police officer now with intro. So you were saying something about the police before. Okay, Skyla, I will definitely look it up. We'll all look up Skyla's channel. It's Skyla Loves Movies and Skyla Loves Movies, Vlogs, and Travel. So it's a long title, but Skyla, we'll look it up and we will check out her video. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, John, it's been fun. It's been interesting. I am out of my Red Bull. I'm out of my water. I'm out of my 2 Diet Cokes. I got to go.
Okay.
You have a video coming up 3 hours. That's coming up tomorrow, Spidey.
Spider-Man. Yep.
All right. So everybody check it out. You got a link there sent you the link. Okay. Very nice, Skyla. I will find it. Thank you so much. Everybody have yourselves a wonderful night. John and I have left